This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This is a PSA, or public sock announcement. Experts have declared Bombas socks as the best way to warm up chilly feet. These pairs are super cushy, soft, and designed for maximum coziness. Plus, for every pair purchased, another pair will be donated, so someone in need of essential clothing can stay warm this winter. Go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Here at the Bob and Tom Show, we're proud to present the greatest Christmas music offer ever. It's the OJ Simpson Christmas album, featuring the OJ Simpson singers.
OJ the handsome halfback and a very shiny knife. And if you ever saw it, you'd be fearing for your life.
It's the OJ Simpson Christmas album with special guest prosecuting attorney Marcia Clark.
It's beginning to look a lot like murder everywhere we look.
The OJ Simpson Christmas album. You've never heard anyone sing in a courtroom quite like Marcia Clark.
Oh, DNA, oh, DNA. Too bad your blood type matches.
The Bob and Tom Show presents the OJ Simpson Christmas album. And you'll hear from the man himself, OJ.
Strippers and hookers and young blonde Caucasians, big boobs and cocaine on special occasions, all of the perks that celebrity brings. These are a few of my favorite things. La 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 la, la 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 la.
OJ really puts the sleigh in one-horse open sleigh. It's the OJ Simpson Christmas album. You'll learn about OJ's life behind bars.
A large and hairy gentleman will share a cell with you. And if he wants you for his wife, you better say I do. La 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 la. What's that sticky glue?
Oh, no.
It's the OJ Simpson Christmas album. You'll learn about all of the exciting evidence.
He dropped a bloody glove that was dumb, 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 and dumb. Really dumb.
The OJ Simpson Christmas album, including the great Bing Crosby OJ Simpson tribute.
I'm dreaming of a white Bronco, just like the one Al Cowlings drove.
Oh, man.
The OJ Simpson Christmas album, only from Bob and Tom Records. Order now by calling 1-800-%GUILTY. It's a killer.
Yes, it may be a little out of season, but it's never out of season to celebrate a new member of hell. It is the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk. Hello. Pat Godwin in the music room.
Hey, Josh.
Jeff Oskay over there at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk, sitting in for Chick today. Hello. Ace Cosby across the way.
Howdy.
I'm Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. You can go to IHateStevenSinger.com, and there's Tom.
Hey, hi. You want to check out Steven Singer because of Mother's Day.
Hey, absolutely.
Just around the corner.
Sit in the car, don't
You left your bracelet. Okay, well,
It's in the car. I could go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. That sounds good. A little OJ tribute. I know we typically do not play Christmas music. Christmas. Wait. Oh, there didn't be a rough flow today. It's early. I haven't talked to anybody yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, you ever do the thing where the only person you've talked to is your dog?
Sure, every day.
So you walk in and say to the boss, "Hi, I was a good dog, bossy." Oh, wait, sorry, I was doing dog talk. Do you have a dog voice, Josh?
Yeah, I talk to my... Yeah, I do. I talk to cats, dogs, babies, all...
The same voice?
Sometimes.
My cat voice is different.
Is it?
Yeah, the cat voice is more sort of studied and learned and aloof, much like my regular voice. My cat voice is different.
Yeah.
Your cat voice is different than your dog voice?
You always pick up cats. You hold them like this with your right hand, and with your left hand, you take their ears and flatten them down, and you go, batten down the hatches.
Batten down the hatches.
They love that.
You're not supposed to talk to your dog in a high voice.
Why not?
No, I talk to my dog like this. Well, aren't you doing a good job today?
That's good. Because
You're so pretty. And wait a minute, this is the greatest day of your life? Of course it is. And we're loving this? Of course we are. Why aren't we wagging our tail yet? Oh, now we are, because this is the greatest day of our life. They don't really look in the past much. They're living in the moment.
I believe they respect you more, Pat, if you have a deeper voice.
Oh.
That's why my dogs look at me and go, yeah, right.
Really? Okay. Anyway, we began with some Christmassy OJ tributes. The juice be dead.
Did anybody know he was sick?
Yeah, he announced he believe it or not, he had a rather large following, and he did a poolside announcement about his that he was getting better.
I knew he was sick. I didn't know he had cancer.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
But 76 years of age.
See you, pal.
Yeah, no joke. We've talked about this enough.
There's a great book about it called The Run of His Life by Jeffrey Toobin, who would later
That's great.
be somewhat embarrassed when he was caught on a Zoom call. What's the word I'm looking for? Cranking it?
I was going to say jacking it, but that's...
Jacking it would be fine. But he's a distinguished jurist, and it's a great book. And if you're curious about the actual facts of the case. But it was I can remember, I want to say the year before, maybe, or 2 years before, the whole Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding thing. That was one of the sort of the first wave of this. And it was all pre-internet as we know it today. But it was, every day there was an update, and it was the water cooler talk, the Wordle of its day.
Yeah, did you see Cato yesterday? Well, they brought him out of...
Cato Kalin was the young actor living in the pool house.
Exactly. I had dinner with him once.
Really? By all accounts, a terrific guy.
He used to come here quite regularly. Once a year.
We would see him in here all the time. He was a nice enough guy, and it's my understanding he'll be driving the hearse. No?
Well, if they don't have it in a white Bronco, something's wrong.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
God.
The next couple days we'll see the... don't speak evil of the dead or whatever. No. In this case, please do. We'll have more updates on the OJ thing coming up today. Also, oddly enough, this is really an unfortunate coincidence. They've announced the reboot of a certain movie. I'm laughing so hard just thinking about it. Have you heard about the reboot of The Naked Gun?
Yeah, Liam Neeson set to star in a Naked Gun reboot. He will play the bumbling police detective Drebin in the role made famous by Leslie Nielsen. The Naked Gun films derived from the TV series Police Squad were high watermarks for slapstick comedy.
These movies were very funny. Now,
Jeff
Oskay,
come out in July of 2025.
Do you remember the name of the OJ character?
I do not.
Ace?
I do not.
Oh, Josh, you know this one, right?
Yes, Nordberg.
There's the famous scene where he's trying to get through the doorway with the huge fro. He was a pretty funny comic actor, but
he was funny
for a murderer. So anyway, we can look forward to that. And I doubt if they'll be using AI to recreate the Nordberg role.
No.
I doubt that.
In fact, I doubt if they'll even cast that. Anyone want to hazard a guess as to
who would want to step into that role?
Yeah, Yeah, I think that would be
that'd
rather inappropriate. There are a lot of very fine actors, but maybe they'll rename the character. Also coming up in sports, we have kind of an update on the Shohei Ohtani situation.
Show him what?
You weren't here. That's been.
We decided that didn't work.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, don't be. It's not your fault.
Show him getting $16 million stolen from him.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna.
You're not going to get that back either. Think about it.
No, you're not.
Yeah, they've upped the amount taken to $16 million. There's going to be a lot of fallout for this. The interesting part of the story is the alleged thief, his best friend and interpreter. This is the funny part. When he would win, he wouldn't put it back in Shohei's account. So he would take the money out of that one. But if he lost, and I want to say it was more than $100 million, but obviously he won occasionally. Wow. But not often enough. I'm sure in his head he was saying, "Hey, look, I'm sure I owe him $16 million, but this next week I'm gonna." I've got the Masters nailed. Yeah. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, and it'll pay me back. What else is coming up, Christy Lee?
Oh, with friends like that, my gosh. Oh, hey, have you ever seen a house floating by on the river? Well, we'll have that coming up. Let's see, what else do we have? Here's a Mr. Obvious for you. Grocery shopping. While you're hungry, do you buy more?
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, that is the Mr. Obvious Institute. I wonder if there's a subcategory, grocery shopping while stoned. I have to talk to people. I would imagine in that case, not only
Jeff?
would not only
Now
would,
that you can do it online, yes, there's a lot of.
and I would also, this is again incredibly obvious. The type of foods that one would buy.
Right.
You're going to buy. Ding dongs and whatever.
Oh yeah,
right.
You're not going to be buying
not going to get
apples, bananas.
I'd like the grass-fed organic skim milk.
Are you guys out of butter lettuce?
All butter lettuce is good, isn't it?
That doesn't get enough praise.
It doesn't. Give me that over that field green stuff, whatever that is.
It's like mom's backyard.
It does. It's like weeds.
Yeah, kale does it goes down your throat like road weeds. That's why it's best in a blender and ground up. But yeah, butter lettuce. Let us pause for a moment. Maybe
Perfectly named.
Maybe that should be a theme every morning. Something that's not getting enough. Yeah, getting enough praise in our culture. Butter lettuce.
Butter lettuce.
Thank you, butter lettuce. we
think I'm kidding.
We hardly knew ye. And then you get the giant ones, and you can make kind of like burritos and tacos with them.
Oh, those romaine leaves.
You roll them up. Oh, those are very tasty also. And I always feel like whenever I do that, I pretend I'm in a Cuban cigar factory.
That's fun.
Am I the only one that does that?
Yes.
You don't do that?
No, I don't think I'm going to make a cigar.
Start speaking with a bad Spanish accent. Oh, senor, look at you pulled it up into Havana. Taking a little bit of ground beef. Perhaps I am the only one.
Yeah.
We'll shift gears here, kind of. I want to talk about great food, and HelloFresh has really upped it. They've done some changes that are very, very helpful. How does HelloFresh work? Well, they go do the grocery shopping. They put the fresh ingredients in a box, and they ship them to you fresh, and then you put them together sometimes in just a few minutes, hence the Ready for 20 recipes. Ready in 20, I should say. Ready in 20 minutes, and they've got a whole bunch of these with a rotating menu of 20 satisfying options, so you got 2 20s here. It's quick to put them together, and it's, of course, great fresh ingredients. Also, every week, more than 45 selections on the menu, and it's rotating as well, so you're always going to have something to choose from. Some of the stuff sounds really exotic, but it's really easy to put together because they've done the measuring. They've even got pictures to show you what you're adding into the recipes. And, of course, some of it's very basic and classic. Great old-fashioned comfort food. What are you working on over there, Christy?
This week's box contained the one-pan chicken enchilada verde with chicken thighs, Mexican cheese blend, and hot sauce crema. Takes 5 minutes to put it together, 30 minutes to cook. We all talk about burritos all the time. The enchilada doesn't get the tap on the back it needs because enchiladas are great. And they are so good. I love chicken enchilada verde.
So for the second time today, we're going to pause.
Yeah.
And say thank you, enchiladas.
Thank you, yes.
We hardly knew ye. But yeah, delicious stuff. HelloFresh, sign up right now. They've got something else going on right now that's really cool. If you go to HelloFresh.com/ BTS House Suite. That's the code, like Bob Tom Show, BTS. BTS House Suite, why? For a free dessert for life, as long as you keep that subscription active. HelloFresh.com/BTS House Suite. Coming up, we have a really cool Castaways story with a happy ending.
And we have a bizarre story about a vampire, kind of.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I saw that yesterday, and I was just like, whoa.
You got a dead lady.
She's got no blood in her.
Yeah. But the weird part about it is the headline has the word stunt in it.
Yeah, TikTok. Always TikTok, isn't it?
So you got a dead body and a stunt? Okay.
I'd say it's gone wrong.
April Fool. We'll find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. Listeners, are you looking for a shortcut to better auto insurance for you? Something that takes all the research off your plate. Something that's easy. Something that matches you at lower rates. Something genius. That's where NerdWallet comes in. These nerds have already done the work for you. Just answer a few questions and ta-da, you'll be matched with top insurance providers in your area. Find the right rate for you today at nerdwallet.com. After all, using NerdWallet is more than just smart, it's genius. Not all applicants will qualify for the lowest monthly payments. NerdWallet Insurance Services, Inc. CA resident license number OK92033.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Enjoying, well, the beginning of the weekend, aren't we?
Yeah, Friday starts the weekend.
Heck yeah, it does. We're all here enjoying ourselves. Hope you are too.
I got a couple of news items of interest. Patty G.
Yes, sir.
One of Pat's new songs is being floated out there.
Yeah, released today.
With a video forthcoming. We'll maybe check in with that a little bit later on. It's a song called
Smells Like Weed.
Smells Like Weed.
Ah.
Speaking of weed, we're going to talk about grocery shopping while high from the Mr. Obvious Institute of News and Sports. We obviously have a lot of things going on today, and that would include the OJ Simpson tributes are pouring in.
And I wouldn't say tribute so much as mocking that bastard.
Yes.
It's interesting. He'll be able to meet his dream team again. Most of those guys are already in hell.
Yeah. Waiting on you, Dershowitz.
My favorite thing I saw yesterday, obviously comedians are going nuts, and
Sure.
I can't even tell you who wrote it, but somebody goes, Cancer just released a book called If I Had Done It, the OJ Simpson story, which I thought was great.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, and here's something that you just said off the air that I was surprised about. Al Cowlings is still around, looking good for his age, too. But he's driving a King Ranch now, not a Ford Bronco. But he remains loyal to the Ford brand.
You'd think
OJ's
that.
best friend.
I mean, I wonder, was that a positive or a negative for Ford?
You know, there really is no negative.
It might have been a positive.
Yeah, in a way, it may have been.
There's no bad publicity.
They didn't do
right?
anything wrong.
But then they didn't bring the Bronco. The Bronco went away, and then they brought it back a few years ago. Then, of course, it was COVID, so they had this huge, here it comes, then it didn't arrive for a couple of years.
Can you get a white Bronco now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're everywhere now. They're awesome.
Well, I've seen
they're
Broncos,
great.
but I haven't noticed the
Not
colors.
the little ones, but the real ones.
Not the sport Bronco, the real Bronco.
That's not a Bronco.
Christy, that's a good point. I doubt they're selling well, the white ones.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think
white cars in general sell very well, but...
Oh, they do?
yeah.
They're safer.
I don't believe any of those studies, but I know they're out there.
If you talk to any insurance adjuster,
they never lie.
White cars get into no. Give the Josh Angers the world.
Yeah, my insurance adjuster has never screwed me at all. Yeah, hail damage.
Always on our side, aren't they?
Just
I
saying.
think they're cooler for the warmer temperatures. Like in the desert, you see a lot of white cars. I noticed when we were in Arizona, lots of white cars.
See a lot of white cars at my house.
You see a lot at your gym.
Okay, you know what? I'll just not. I won't. talk about anything.
So you're saying that my white car... I used to...
I was just trying to make a point, but I forget that everybody in here has to be right 100% of the time, and so I'll just go
I don't have to be. I just am. The point is, I have I have like 3 friends. One of my friends has always insisted that that white cars are only for women.
Oh, really? Yeah, he teases you. I know.
And so,
there are a lot of people who think
for years, I had I had a white Volvo station wagon, twin turbo. This thing was a rocket ship. I loved that car, and super peppy. And in any event, every time he'd come over to my house, every single time, he'd come in and go, "Who's here? What are you talking about?" There's some lady's car in the driveway. It was like the DeLand joke. It would never stop.
I've heard him do it 10 times.
Constantly. Now I have, of course, another white car. I had a black one, but I got a white one this
But that's
time.
what I'd always heard, too.
What?
That white cars were for women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was at.
Yes.
I was getting some work done on the car that I drive, and I was walking through the showroom, just looking around.
Right.
Some of these nice cars, and I walked up to this one, and the sales guy, that's kind of a friend of mine, goes, "You don't want that one." What are you talking about? Yeah, we only sell those to women. What?
Yeah.
Well, it's always low mileage on those.
Right.
Because women don't drive to work, obviously. They
John.
Thank you, Pat.
Don't
Thank you, Pat.
dare drag me into
this. But no, and he was serious. What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you mean only women drive? What are you, nuts? Does this car have a big bra or boobs? What is happening?
I've only owned one white car in all the years and you know me, I trade cars I've only owned one.
And my favorite color was always that British racing green.
That is pretty.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
No, I can't get that anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Someone doesn't like the green cars.
Someone, huh?
It's unbelievable. Everybody's got an opinion.
Why don't? But never mind.
And in any event, the question is, can you get a white Bronco these days?
I'm sure
Probably.
you can. I'm sure Josh is correct.
And it would have been really cool if this happened now, the contemporary Bronco for Al Cowlings to drive, because you get the ones with the roof comes off. Then we could have seen OJ with a gun to his head in the back seat. I remember during that thing they were interviewing, during the famous chase scene with OJ, they were interviewing a psychiatrist, said he's not going to shoot himself. He's too much of a narcissist to shoot himself. They never shoot themselves in the face.
While he was in the Ford Bronco race, did you know he called Bob Costas, who was on the air at the time on NBC, and said, "Please say nice things about me"?
Did he really?
Yeah,
true.
What a weirdo.
Really?
Just a psycho.
Narcissist.
Yeah.
And
Like, that was a big deal. That, like, I remember where I was during that chase.
Yeah.
Like,
I think most of us.
I was at, like, a dinner party.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I remember watching, and I was trying to remember if I was watching an NBA game or
I
what.
was watching it was the playoffs, the finals, I believe.
I think I was watching an NBA game, and then I remember it came on, and it was kind of riveting there for a while.
Yeah.
We were down in. I know Bob was there because I was drinking out of a big seashell at a lake down in by Bloomington. I was drinking out of one of those big seashells. Everybody had straws.
oh, yeah. Oh, like the fish bowl?
Yeah,
type
like
thing?
a big conch shell thing.
Got this from
and it came on.
got this. Ryan has been kind enough to write us from his trucking company. Hey, there's a new white Bronco with Iowa plates I just saw that says "Not OJ." Very funny.
It comes in Oxford white, is what they call it, the Ford Bronco now.
Okay, those were very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was I going to mention? Oh, we have one of our tributes to the Juice. What's interesting about this is this came out, I want to say the day after OJ mysteriously, what did he fly to Chicago and then flew right back?
Yeah.
Running from what exactly? This came out then. This is very early on in the OJ saga.
There, take that. Oh, what have I done? Better go to the airport. One ticket for Chicago. Hello, I'd like one ticket for Los Angeles. I should have checked my frequent flyer miles. Say, aren't you O.J. Simpson? Okay, now remember, don't say I killed somebody. Don't say I killed somebody. Don't say I killed somebody. Don't, yeah, I killed him, so what? I was in Chicago, and I didn't kill nobody, if that's what you're thinking. All right, that's it, Simpson. Come along.
There you go. The 1 minute OJ saga. Thank you, Dean. That's a classic.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. I can remember when the Simpsons first came out and they had that record, the album, the recording of music of stuff. The folks from the Simpsons called us and said, "Hey, can you guys try to use this a lot? Help promote the show." The Simpsons.
They needed it. Oh, at the
I want
time
to say,
they did,
I think
yeah.
the Simpsons had been on for 5 or 6 years at that time. I
Oh.
want to say. Yeah. The TV show I'm talking
Right.
about. And
Sure.
then when they released that record, Ace, you were the music guy, then remember that they made an effort to say, hey, guys, feel free to use all this stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think they anticipated that. Now, we'll have a couple more of those tributes on the way. Sitting in for Chick McGee today. Over there, I can see him. It's Mr. Jeff Oskay, the man with the handsome beard. And Jeff's part of did a great job last week in West Virginia. And as did Josh and Willie and Patty G. And I can't say where, but I may have referenced a state referencing a license plate recently. There will be another live show coming up. That's all I'm going to say. But we are officially calling that the OrangeInsoles.com Sports Desk. And do you have any interesting sporting news?
Stupid world record.
A man from Poland has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest barefoot journey. Mr. Paul Durakovic, began his journey in the south.
Wait a second, aren't you of Polish heritage?
Yeah.
You can't pronounce the guy's name?
I think I nailed it. Durakovic.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. What was the first name again?
Pavel.
Okay. And
Pavel?
he was barefooting?
He was barefoot. He began.
Love this tune.
She was barefooting.
You've never heard the song Barefootin'?
No.
Oh, it's a classic.
Have you heard that, Josh?
Only on this show.
On this show, that's the only time I'd ever heard it.
I'm sorry, I zone out about
Once
this
again,
time in the morning.
once again, our program likes to touch on cultural milestones such as barefooting.
That was a cultural milestone.
Yeah, it was a commercial.
Duke does a great version of barefooting.
It was a commercial, too, on TV.
It was?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Mr. Pavel began his journey in the south of France and traveled 2,118 miles without any footwear to finish in San Jose in the south of Spain.
Thing to do.
Man.
The 45-year-old who completed his epic trek in just under 6 months.
But he didn't complete his GED.
Beat the previous
Wait a minute.
He's an idiot.
Wait, the previous record was only 242 miles?
Makes him even dumber. He could have gone 250 and called it a
Right,
day.
he did it. He did 2,000 miles? What a moron.
You know how much I love feet. I can just imagine what his must look like.
Oh, yeah.
What if he would have been smarter to get a shoe sponsor? Hi, for Orange Insoles, it's the Barefoot Guy.
He trained for the record attempt by walking and running 6 miles every day for 5 months. Besides a few burns and cuts, he says his feet suffered no serious injuries during the record-breaking journey.
Ugh.
Well,
that's good, but man.
Yeah.
Every week couldn't eat.
Why?
Every restaurant has that no shirt, no shoes, no service sign in a variety of languages. Okay, here's a trivia question. Let me see if I have any money.
Any money?
Hang on a second, just to calm down here.
Ooh, this is
I do. Okay, see this $5 bill right here?
Oh, man.
Anybody want this?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to answer this trivia
please.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, this is only open to those of the staff. You're probably the only one that might get this.
Want me to lay out?
What significant figure in contemporary rock and roll, and has been a figure in rock and roll for the last 30-plus years, almost never wears shoes?
Jimmy Buffett.
No.
Warren Haynes.
No. Anyone close?
Dave Matthews, the guy from Hawaii.
No. Anyone?
Jack Johnson.
Oh, I'll let you think for a while.
I think you're right about Jack Johnson.
Yeah, he doesn't wear shoes.
I don't believe he wears shoes.
He lives in Hawaii. Why would you wear shoes?
Right. Is it one of your Almond brothers?
That's why I said Warren
It's not one of the
Haynes.
Allman Brothers. No, it's Don was.
Who?
Oh, I didn't know that.
The great producer. He produced the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
He produced an album for our friend Todd Snyder. He never wears shoes. Todd went to an L.A. Dodger game with him, and the guy it was barefoot.
How in God's name would we have known that?
Well, that's why I offered $5. I didn't know who to get it. I need every dollar I can get these days. The April 15th is just around the corner.
Not even a musician.
No.
A producer.
He's a producer.
No, he's a great musician. What was
that's fine. But
what was their big song? The dinosaur.
Everybody Walked the Dinosaur.
he plays
Everybody
bass,
Walked the
yeah.
Dinosaur.
Oh, he was in Was Not Was?
Yeah.
He's a great bass
I guess
player.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Detroit guy. Great guy. Tremendous musician.
All right,
All
Jeff,
right.
please. Anything else?
He doesn't wear shoes. We're talking about barefoot and
Shohei Ohtani's federal authorities charged the former longtime interpreter for Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani for the theft of $16 million from the Japanese sensation. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada said this dude served as Ohtani's interpreter and acted like his de facto manager.
de facto.
Yeah.
Del Facto sounds like a band from the 50s.
Steak I ordered.
The Del Facto.
Delmonico. Yeah, that's what I ordered. Officials allege that Mr. Mizuruha, how do you say that, Ace?
I do not know.
Helped Mr. Ohtani set up a bank account for the latter's baseball salary, only to steal more than $16 million to pay for his own sports betting.
How much do you have to make that you don't miss $16 million?
Well, isn't his contract almost $1 billion?
God.
Right, but don't you
Still.
have like when you
Yeah,
hire
that-
an interpreter, don't you hire an accountant or
Yeah.
a financial
I think this
advisor?
guy's so focused on baseball that he doesn't.
He faces a maximum penalty of 30 years in prison. Mr. Estrada also confirmed that he could win. When he would win on sports bets, he did not deposit the money back into Mr. Ashanti's account.
So, in other words, the interpreter, when he would win, wouldn't put the money back into Ohtani's
So he
account.
would take the money out,
And
bet
then
it, win, and then
put it
keep,
in his own. Yeah.
keep what he took out
Yeah.
and the
But-
new winnings.
Yeah, but overall, I forget the numbers, but it was like 160 million bet overall, and he was down 16 million. So he did win sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick to my stomach when I lose like $100 at the blackjack table in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like, how do you look this guy in
$160
the
million.
eye?
I think he bet. I think he bet like 180 million or something. But
Man.
Wow.
right now, you can bet on his sentence.
Yeah? What are the odds?
You use the code Shohani, and you go to Draft Emperors. It's a gambling site. Now, not DraftKings, mind you. Draft
Right.
Emperors.
Well,
and they'll tell you what this guy. This is unbelievable. This was his best friend.
Yeah.
in this day and age, why would you use an illegal bookie? You can
Because you're stealing the money. There's all kinds of implications here. IRS issues and
MLB potentially going, hey, please don't do this.
Yeah.
and oddly enough, apparently he did not bet on baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still.
But again, that
Plinko. He $16 million on Plinko.
I wonder. You always hear about these guys that lose. You ever wonder if anybody wins?
People win.
Like the poor Art Schleister had all his terrible problems, and you never hear about the guys that win $100 million. It's because they're.
That's because they're
in a
living
nice-
in Tahiti.
Yeah, they're right. I'll call you from my private jet on the way to Fiji for the weekend.
Or they win, but they can't just sit there and go, okay, I won, I'm done now. That's the hard part.
Problem.
There's a famous gambler right now who's, I want to say he's like in his 20s, face tatted. He doesn't look like a gambler. And he took, I believe, $11 million in 4 days from a casino in Vegas.
What?
And they banned him from the casino. Like, he's banned from a lot of casinos in Vegas.
Well, fortunately, he can disguise himself with his face tattoos.
Right. Oh, no, you can see him from across.
I mean, without sounding like the old man I am, I really draw the line there.
That face tattoo?
Yeah, that's just a dumb thing to do.
I better cancel my appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what would you get on your face?
I was going to get a little triangle in the corner of my eye.
Oh, really?
No. What would that mean?
It just means that my boss would be irritated all the time. And that's fun for me.
Yeah. Who's the guy that has all the face tattoos? He's a really good singer.
Post Malone.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
That guy, it's amazing. But then you look at him and go, Jesus, what are you thinking?
Well, he did that in a time in his life when he wasn't making great decisions, let's face it.
Well, maybe make a good decision to get rid of him.
It's not that easy. They don't just wipe off.
They can get away. Those two, Post Malone and Mike Tyson and Jelly Roll, can get away with having them.
Right.
Doesn't Machine Gun Kelly have some too?
Yeah, you
Oh,
just
but
have to be
snack, I guess.
famous.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's still an ass move to do. I mean, who's the person that just had all of their skin dyed black?
Cat.
Machine Gun Kelly.
And Machine Gun.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly and
What does that tell
John
you?
D.
Wow.
They didn't like their tattoos anymore, and it was easier
And
to
cheaper.
do that and cheaper than to have them removed.
Yeah.
Oh, are they going to be able to spot skin cancer under that? So just ask. Now, right now, I want to talk more about feet and three-dimensional life and orange insoles.
Yes.
Josh.
Thank you. If you have back pain, hip pain, or knee pain, you know how it affects your daily routine. My gosh, it can ruin even the most fun events. I know I've got some fishing coming up. If I didn't have my orange insoles, I'd just be bent over and sitting on the side of the boat.
Take your sore feet out of the water. You're scaring the fish.
Well, yes. Go to orangeinsoles.com. If you work on your feet all day, you're putting stress on your body. Orange Insoles offer arch support and a deep cup to properly support your heel, your feet, and therefore your whole body. They're so much better than those sad thin liners that came with your shoes that are giving you zero support. They're great for work boots, sneakers, dress shoes, you name it. You can find the right fit at orangeinsoles.com when you take their insole quiz. Answer a couple questions. They'll get you the right cup, the right size, everything you need to know. And by the way, when they ship them to you, they're already true to size. You don't have to cut them out of a giant mat like you do some of those lesser insoles. Head to orangeinsoles.com today for free shipping. Plus, Orange Insoles come, with a 60-day we want you to be happy guaranteed. You hear that? That means you have nothing to lose but for that discomfort. That's orangeinsoles.com. Feel better, do more, and thank you very much, Orange Insoles, for a terrific product.
And it says here, by the way, back to that story, he bet $160,000 per bet on certain things.
Whoa. That's an interesting number.
That's got to be such a thrill. It's somebody else's money.
When it hits.
Yeah, just absolutely amazing. And it looks like Ohtani's deal was for $700 million on a 10-year contract. Wow. So, so he didn't miss the money. Coming right back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I don't know how it is where you're currently, but my gosh, somebody turned the thermostat down to what, 45?
I know,
32? What is going on
Feels
in
great.
here?
Who was it?
I didn't touch it. We have a rule. Women are not allowed to touch thermostats in this country.
Well, she can now because she's warming it up.
What happened? I didn't touch that thing.
Yeah, it got
Is
really...
that run by corporate in a different country?
We have not
It
yet
could be.
figured
Those
it
poor
out.
folks who have that, who work in those places.
Did you see that in the other building? Somebody
Broke a hole through.
There's one of those. There's one of those glass. How do you describe it? Plastic baskets,
cover?
whatever, around the thermostat
with a lock.
On the weekend, somebody hatcheted that thing off. Did you see that?
Yeah. Put a hole right through the middle.
They didn't even try to take a screwdriver to whack.
Tired of freezing, were they?
Could be. Let's see. Where were we? We were celebrating the death of OJ, who's currently in the staging phase of hell, sitting with Kardashian and the rest of his attorneys that defended a murderer. Let's see now. We have a short segment from our OJ Christmas tribute. It's very short, but...
I'm dreaming of a white jewelry.
There we go, a little bit of the OJ Christmas album. This is one of my favorites, though. This is Haywood Banks. Also a very short song.
Oh, blood on the socks, blood on the shoes, blood on the gloves, blood on the Bronco, blood on the vestibule, blood in the bedroom, blood in the bathroom. Totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence, and OJ didn't do it.
There you go. Thank you, Haywood. Summing it up, we certainly appreciate that, Haywood. That was very good. Now, we have Jeff Oskay over there. I can see him. He's sitting in for Chick McGee this morning. and Mr. Oskay is at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk.
I am, but I'm out of sports. Christy?
Oh, really? No, wait a second. No, we got a couple things you missed.
We didn't talk about Tiger Woods at
You got
the Masters.
you got the
Get
Masters.
any of that.
We have our tribute.
You didn't have any of that?
No.
A tradition unlike any other. The Masturbators. This weekend on CBS.
Big news at the Masters. They raised beer prices by $1. That was a big.
How dare they?
Yeah.
What happened?
They raised beer prices by $1 from last year. Now it'll cost you $6 for a beer instead of $5.
That's not bad.
It really
It's
is not bad.
That's kind of the
Been to
joke.
an NFL game?
All the of all the major events, their
Food prices.
concession prices were always reasonable.
Like you get a pork sandwich for like $3. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's who's complaining about that?
Nobody's complaining. I'm just saying that, in fact, that was the story, that inflation is everywhere except for at the Masters. Although,
Well, there may be some other issues.
although they did talk about the fact that beer did go up by $1, but yeah.
I mean, that's nothing compared to most sporting events.
Oh, I totally agree with you. But Tiger Woods completed round 1 and did very, very well at the Masters. Yeah.
Really?
Could he win his 6th jacket?
Wouldn't that be
be
Oh,
something?
man.
Man.
I know that the interpreter for a certain baseball player has big money on that, hoping to just put down $1 million, hoping to score pay back the 16 he owes. We'll see how that goes. Now we were talking about barefooting.
Yes, you were.
Barefooting.
Well, this because we had that great world record. The guy has the record for the longest journey barefoot. Remember that story you did?
Sure. The Polish gentleman who
2,118 miles.
Crazy.
With no shoes on.
No shoes.
And he beat the previous record by like 1,800 miles.
Yes, for no reason.
I mean, that's crazy stuff.
But I was asking what famous figure in the world of rock and roll never wears shoes, and the answer, of course, is Don Was.
Why the hell would you
five
go back?
answers. There's five answers.
I would
to
say maybe like Rick Rubin would also
that's
never wear
exactly right.
shoes.
He never wears
There's
shoes.
lots of people who. Jack Johnson never wears shoes. There's multiple people.
Those weren't the answers that we're going to win you $5.
Because those aren't the answers Tom knows.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Now, Don is the guy on this great song. Remember that classic?
Did grown-ups like that song? I was like 10, and I remember I loved it, but there's no way adults were excited when that came
I
on.
didn't care.
we heard of a lot, though.
Well, it is a kind of
out there,
a fun component to it.
It is fun.
I like.
If I remember correctly, there was even an animated dinosaur in the video.
Don't you like fun songs occasionally? And
Of course.
If you listen to contemporary radio, if you have little kids like I do, every song is about, she left me, I'm going to die. You know, he's a bastard. Okay.
He's a bastard.
Could we have something that's a little more fun?
The Eilish song, he's a bastard.
It's like Bruce Springsteen in the beginning and all these fun songs. Then all of a sudden it's, you're going to die on the dock. And okay, Bruce, chill. Will you?
That
We
one
get back
song
to-
because it was a movie about AIDS. What did you want it to be?
No, they were all sad and they were all sad and dirgy. I want the happy Bruce. It's fun in New Jersey. Get on the get on the rides and have a good time at the carnival. No,
Yeah, born in the USA.
Yeah, there we go,
Come
yeah.
on, let's have some fun.
fun stuff, fun music. That's what we like, right?
Yeah, well, fun is good.
Okay, well, everybody want the dinosaur. It's a funny song.
Did you guys have that? I don't know why I thought of this, but you were at Six Flags, right?
Yes.
Did they have the fake dog leashes?
The invisible
that
dog?
was popular during that time when it was
Yeah.
like a leash that was like it looked like it had an invisible dog on the end.
Not when
that
I worked
people
there, but
would-
when I was a kid going there. Yes.
Yeah.
And I always wanted.
And we used to have a running bet if you saw someone that had that fake dog leash and a bum equipment T-shirt, $50.
Oh.
You're the first to spot it.
Oh man, I was jealous of those people.
You
Those
loved
people
them?
were living the life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want a fake dog leash.
That's a great gag.
How long is that fun for, though? The fake
Yeah, that's
dog
the thing.
4 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the Slinky.
Yeah.
You know that. Well, we were talking yesterday. What was they're making a movie out of? What is it again?
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
They made into a movie. That should be awful. But in any event,
Well, I mean, Margot Robbie, look what she did to Barbie.
yeah,
Maybe
great.
she could do it to
That's
Monopoly.
the most overrated movie in decades. Can you? But they've made movies out of toys.
Sure.
I mean, can you mention Slinky the movie? Well, all downhill from here.
Can you believe they've made movies out of toys? Says the guy whose favorite movie is Toy Story 2.
That's because the toys are talking, and of course there is the Slinky dog in that,
Yes.
which is brilliant. When we come back, we'll check in with the news desk with Christy Lee. We have foxes in the news, not the
not hot
lady.
girls.
Yeah, we got a. Do you believe this lady when she said she got a tip at her waitress job of a Jeep? The cops didn't believe her either. We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Yeah, you will.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin over there in the performance room.
Hello.
Jeff Oskay across the way at the OrangeandSouls.com sports desk. Ace, how are you?
It's Friday.
Yes, it is. I'm Josh Arnold at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. And my gosh, if it isn't Tom Griswold, Tom, how the heck are you?
Where am I? How did I get here? What's happening?
You are exactly where you need to be, my friend.
Okay, good. Oh, good. I'm glad to be here. We have a lot going on, of course, and we're celebrating the death of OJ Simpson, gleefully.
Finally.
Yeah, karma took a long time on this one. Oh, he did get that 9-year stint in Stir.
Yeah.
Reaction has come in regarding the death of O.J. Simpson after prostate cancer. He was 76. Simpson's family announced the news on his Twitter account. Relatives said he died Wednesday. Simpson's attorney confirmed his TMZ that he died in Las Vegas. The decorated football star was acquitted of charges he killed his former wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman, but wound up in prison years later in an unrelated case. Goldman's father, Fred Goldman, called Simpson's death, in his words, "No great loss to the world." Others offered condolences to Simpson's children and grandchildren. Caitlyn Jenner, once married to Nicole's best friend, posted on X, "Good riddance."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And I heard, what was it again? Cancer wrote a book.
Yes.
Called If I Did It.
And they're saying O.J. Simpson died without having paid the lion's share of the $33.5 million judgment a civil jury awarded to the families of his ex-wife.
They got nothing. They got like 1.5, and it wasn't even from him. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
His pension was somehow untouchable.
Yes.
The panel found Simpson liable in a wrongful death lawsuit in 1997. Now his money is likely to go into the court probate process, and the Goldman and Brown families could be at the front of the line to get paid a piece of whatever Simpson had left behind.
I can't believe he has much left, right?
Well, all that Hertz, NBC, all that money was in these pension
Accounts?
funds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he had. I think he did. He probably had some left.
Huh.
But ugh.
Well, we'll see.
Bless those families.
Yeah.
Hope this provides any sort of closure for them.
I don't think so.
I know.
Okay, now we have a couple more tributes coming up, including this one.
I'm dreaming of a white jewelry.
The classics. Thank you very much. That's from the OJ Simpson Christmas album, featuring the Bob and Tom singers and dancers. Quite a nice thing. Anything else in sports over there, Jeffrey?
It looks like Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has surrendered to police on charges including aggravated assault after he and another driver of a speeding sports car allegedly caused a crash on a Dallas highway last month.
Oh, they're like racing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really. There's a video. It's really cool.
A spokeswoman for Rice's
encouraging
attorney.
people to do
Not
this.
encouraging people. I'm just saying it's.
God.
Nobody got shot or anything or stabbed.
They weren't driving a white car.
No, they were not. They were driving a really nice car.
Yeah, they were.
Well, it was a nice car. The Associated Press in the evening that Rice turned himself in at the Glen Heights Police Department. Rice is being represented by somebody who gives a crap.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Wait a minute.
And
you forget these guys are kids. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of money.
Exactly. That no one's ever said no to.
Right. Yeah. It's
ever since they were in the 6th grade. Wait, he's a great football player. Let him do what he wants.
I'm not making excuses for him. It's
No, but you're
sometimes
absolutely
you go, oh
right.
yeah, these.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like in Augusta, Rory
McIlroy,
caught a break when his tee shot hit a tree on the 9th hole at Augusta National and kicked out onto the middle of the fairway.
Yes,
giving him a workable second shot. McIlroy saved the par and used the momentum to shoot 71, his first subpar opening round at the Masters since 2018. That leaves the number 2 player in the world 6 shots behind the leader, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, but not
sure.
bad. Not bad.
In this quest to win his first green jacket.
That's what you wash your car with.
The DeChambeau?
The DeChambeau. You put a squeegee in the...
Very nice.
McIlroy is hoping to join Tiger Woods, Ben Hogan, and Gary Player as the only players to complete the modern Grand Slam by winning all 4 majors.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's time for him to join the club.
Yeah. Oh, I love watching
Now, speaking of clubs,
yeah,
one of the most exclusive clubs in the world, of course, is the I Love the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day Club. I happen to be the president.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
A daddy octopus
Right.
with his little son octopus about to cross the street.
Oh.
Okay, wait a minute. A daddy octopus with his little son octopus is about to cross the street. Okay, I got it.
Daddy octopus says, "Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand."
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
See, the guy, I could have waited, but I figured.
I hate to say this, Ace. I believe that was a repeat. I think you've done that one before because I remember thinking, "Oh, this is a horrible joke." And previously, I could be wrong. In the American League, Kansas City beat Houston 13-3. Oakland beat Texas 1-0, and Baltimore beat Boston 9-4. In the National League, the New York Mets 16.
Whoa!
Atlanta 4, and Philadelphia beats Pittsburgh 5-1.
Now, on a different topic, we were talking about facial tattoos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I forget why.
Because Jeff had a story about a guy who had facial tattoos.
One of the gamblers who I watch is a big face
tattoo guy.
You watch people gamble?
Oh, yeah.
Are they playing poker? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, World Series of Poker.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I watch people gamble.
I thought maybe you were just watching some guy at the roulette wheel.
You're doing pretty good, sir.
Actually, there are a lot of TikToks of people just at the roulette wheel, gambling, $20,000 a hand and stuff.
I don't know how they get away with that
watch.
because I took one picture in a casino once.
Yeah, no,
and
you have to get permission ahead of
tackled.
time.
Yeah.
You get permission.
There was a meme out there of a guy with facial tattoos. I forget if it was Post Malone or Jelly Roll or whoever. And it said his face looks like the school desk in detention.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
scribbled.
right.
You have primitive things
Yeah.
carved in there.
Yeah.
You know, probably fewer dicks, I'm guessing, on
Oh,
the detention desk.
The old wooden desks that went away, didn't they?
Yeah, did they?
Have they?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they have like four mic like this
Yeah.
kind of. So kids can't do that anymore.
Oh, they'll find a way.
Yeah, I have scribbles over here on mine.
What do you
defaced
what do you
your
draw primarily?
He's a doodler.
Yeah, a lot of
He's
it's
a
just random doodles. I haven't really gotten too started today, so I'll show you.
But I mean, are they?
Geometric designs, just sort of
Do you
freehand.
ever
Kind
do,
of over
you ever
each
do
other all the
figures or?
I'll do a face every now and again, like cartoonish type faces. Yeah,
Ever-
they're not good. But
Ever do genitalia?
I'm not a
anatomical.
I think I drew boobs once and showed Chick and Christy for a little giggle. But what would you draw you some boobs?
No, I've got a friend of ours who's an expert.
Oh yeah, you're right. in both art and boobs.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
He really knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no matter what's going on, he goes, "Hey, you want to see what so and so look like with their top up?" What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
he takes his pen. It's amazing.
Like, dude, he can do like, you can just name a porn star and he'll draw her boobs without having to look. Yeah. Hey, Gianna Michaels, and he just whips it right.
It's incredible. What a talent.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can't believe they kicked him out of Kings Island. He was doing a great caricature work.
Draw your wife's boobs for $5.
Have to leave Denny's.
I can make them a lot bigger, you know. Just slip me the extra $5. That's how that works. Oh, well, thank you very much. Now, what do you got coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we have a French woman who was found dead searching for ghosts. Did the ghosts kill
This
her?
story, it's so creepy because there's a lot more to it.
And she died suspiciously?
Yes.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
With no blood.
Yeah, no blood
This
in her
is
body.
horrifying. She may have found exactly what she was looking for.
You're right.
But again, the weird part of it is the headline says, in a possible prank. Hey, good gag.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stick it on April 1st. Don't you understand how these work? Right now, speaking of dates, coming up just around the corner, it's Mother's Day. And once again, I have taken upon myself to help you celebrate Mother's Day and get a Mother's Day home run, ladies and gentlemen, because there's lots of mothers in your life. That sister's of yours, she's a mom. That wife of yours, she's a mom. Then she's a mom. Your mom's a mom. You know what I'm talking about? How about getting something nice from Steven Singer Jewelers? Lots of things to do and lots of things to see at Steven Singer. You go to IHateStevenSinger.com. You can get that beautiful bracelet that Christy has on. Or maybe the rose. As you know, Steven does special roses for each holiday, and this is including Mother's Day, and it's a brand new one. This Mother's Day rose, of course, I'm talking about a 24-karat gold-dipped rose. So you start with a real rose, you dip it in 24-karat gold, and then the art begins, and this time it's going to be in a beautiful red wine shade. So this is the presentation. It's so obvious. Glass of red wine and the beautiful red wine rose from Steven Singer. See what I'm talking about by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. And by the way, there's a whole series of these roses, and a bunch of them are still out there in various colors. Some of them have already sold out, so get it in this early. $69.95 to check out those roses. Once again, it's IHateStevenSinger.com. I'm a big fan of the bracelets. And the earrings, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
What
go
woman
wrong.
isn't?
Necklace, come on, yeah. The ladies love them.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, the most important thing, free shipping in that beautiful gift box and the beautiful personalized gift message from Steven Singer. Now, Steven's also a dog guy like we are. And Steven's got that dog Buddy who you can see on the website. And perhaps maybe you could get your doggy a little something. Is your doggy a mother? Oh, get a Mother's Day. I would recommend dog biscuits.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to get your doggy a nice bracelet.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd keep it on.
But that'd be a
Get
great.
yourself a colander.
Yeah. That would be a great presentation, though. Oh, look what Buddy has in his mouth for mommy. It's jewelry. Check it out, our friend Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com and see what I'm talking about. And let Mother's Day just around the corner. And you can thank me now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I didn't hear anything there. Thank you, Christy. And coming up, we have a bunch of cool stuff in the news. Speaking of needing a colander, we have a lost diamond in the news. You'll find out. You'll find out why. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Having a lot of fun this morning. Thanks for joining us and being here with us. Jeff Oskay sitting in for Chick McGee. You got an email over there or something, buddy?
No, I got some NHL scores if Tom wants to hear those.
I can tell you right now he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you it smells like weed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Not in here. That's
not me.
That's Pat's new song.
Oh.
Smells like weed. The video coming out soon, but it's a great song, Pat. Is it literally floating in the ether right now?
Everywhere. Last night at midnight. Thank you, 800-pound gorilla media.
So how do you find it?
You go anywhere. That's how it works. It streams everywhere. Spotify,
Okay.
Pandora,
Cool.
Amazon, iTunes.
Can we listen to it now?
That's up to Tom. It's called the Bob and Tom Show.
Nope, sorry. We can listen to it in a second. I've got to clear some stuff off this machine. Could we get more slots on this somehow? And in the meantime, did we technically finish the sportscast?
Well, Florida, Buffalo, Philadelphia,
the answer
New
is yes.
Jersey, all winners in the NHL.
Okay, those are on the internet. Those are much like Pat's song on the internet somewhere. Thank you very much. From the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk, that's Jeffrey Oskay sitting in for Mr. Chick McGee. And we promised the diamond search. Have you seen this, Christy Lee? This is a fun story.
Yeah, hold on a second. That's not where I was going.
This could be dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
We were talking about some nice jewelry for Mother's Day from our friend Steven Singer. But
a bakery in Kansas asking customers to check their cookies for a lost diamond. Dawn Sis Monroe, owner of Sis Sweets Cookies and Cafe in Leavenworth, told KMBC. Anybody want to play?
We are all about Kimbo.
Kimbo Slice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Said she believes the main diamond from her ring, worth $4,000, had fallen off while she was preparing dough. Mrs. Monroe said she was distraught and frantically searching for the missing jewel. She said they were able to narrow down the search to either chocolate chip, sugar, or peanut butter cookies. The bakery has since issued a warning to their customers to be cautious before biting into a cookie.
See, to me, there's two things here happening.
Yes.
If you knew about this, are you going to go out and buy some of those cookies?
Oh, kind of a Willy Wonka type thing?
Looking for the diamond?
Looking for the diamond?
When I saw the story, I thought, why not just hold on those batches of cookies?
Right.
No,
well, they'd already sold
them.
them.
She didn't know when she lost
They'd already released them.
Right.
And then there's a couple other questions here. If you're working like that, wouldn't you take your ring off or wear gloves every day anyway?
She never took it off, she said.
Oh, okay.
Then she should have on gloves. What a dirt ball.
I don't know, man. This makes me want to go to that bakery.
Yeah.
Knowing that, like...
Sweet lady there making them by
yes,
hand.
and then it's all handmade and it's all
What's
fresh
the name of the bakery?
But she should have been wearing gloves, right? Isn't that the whole... It's Sis, S-I-S, Sweets, Cookies, and Cafe in
Well,
Leavenworth,
then it's probably
Kansas.
controversial.
Why is that?
Sis.
Well, that's CIS, so we're okay. Yeah.
S-I-S, like sister.
Yeah.
Sorry, just contemporary culture. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess my first question is, would you go out and buy the cookies to see if you got lucky and got the diamond?
Would you return it if you
absolutely,
found it?
yes.
Well, after paying the
we
dental bill.
would, but
Right.
there are those out
Chocolate,
there who might.
chocolate chipped tooth cookies.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd say, hey, I got your ring. What am I going to get?
Yeah.
Some free cookies.
Cakes.
By the way, I found it on the second tier search. You owe me a new colander. So, would they be liable? Would they be liable for someone if they did break a tooth biting on a diamond?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, if
In
you
this
if you have any
society,
cookies from
yes.
that place, look for the diamond. Pat, you got a song?
Who helped me find the diamond from this ring? It fell out of the setting now. I just lost my bling. The diamond in the ring fell in the batter for the cookie dough. It could be in a donut and was dipped in a cup of joe. It's worth a lot. That big rock's no phony, unless my husband bought zirconia. Now that reminds me of a guy we all know. I knew. Let me get the right chord. I knew a guy who bought a phony ring. But Mark Adams didn't know a GD thing.
Sorry, I had no idea.
This diamondless ring doesn't shine like the real thing. They had it appraised. It's worth nothing. That's got a sting. So if you get hitched, make sure you buy a real diamond, or you'll never bust the hymen.
It got even worse.
it did get worse.
So sorry.
Wow, I had heard that story. I just didn't know it was Mark Adams.
Yeah, he was.
Poor guy.
He didn't realize he bought it from a buddy of his in high
Yeah.
school that had become a broker. He didn't realize the guy was
Crooked.
Oh boy. Now,
go
for the
ahead.
second time today, Pat, you're not eligible for this.
Okay.
Oh,
For
no.
the second time today, I'm going to take out a crisp $5 bill. Okay, it's not all that crisp.
I see some 20s there.
Okay, you know something, Ace? I'll make it a 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, ready? Crisp 20.
He said some 20s.
Put it in my hand, boy.
Okay, here we go. It's a nice $20 bill. Okay, now for the second time today,
Here's a trivia
It's going to be
question.
impossible.
obscure trivia question. That is, of course, a song made famous by Gary Lewis and the Playboys. You just did a knockoff of This Diamond Ring.
Right.
I've always liked that song.
Yeah,
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a connection between that and Leonard Skinner. Does anyone know the connection?
Oh, yeah. The engineer on the second album was the same as.
You're actually quite close.
Oh, then that
I
angers
should
me.
get $20.
No one knows?
No, Tom.
Well, of course, Skinner's first few albums were produced by the great Al Cooper.
Who the hell's Al Cooper?
Al Cooper, the man is a musical
Original Blood,
genius.
Sweat, and Tears.
Al Cooper wrote the song "This Diamond Ring." You didn't know that Al Cooper produced Skinner?
Why would anyone know
I don't
that?
even know who Al Cooper is.
Oh, he's great. If you ever want to, he started Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
This is fun for no one but you.
Sorry, I was trying to give Ace $20. I thought he'd know. There's a great Al
Why
Cooper.
would Ace know?
Because Ace is a music guy. He knows music.
I would think Gary Lewis wrote that song, but
Gary Lewis did not write that song.
Okay.
God, and
And by the way, I'm a big fan of Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
yeah.
The interesting thing about Al Cooper is there's a terrific album.
Nothing.
Josh, calm down. There's a great album called Super Session.
Oh my Lord.
Al Cooper and Stephen Stills.
I knew
I'll go
I
with
knew
the
who Al
soup.
Cooper was. I didn't know he wrote it.
Okay, just listen to Super Session this afternoon and get back to me. Okay.
Nobody's
No,
going to listen
no.
to that.
You Philistines can...
You have to start a podcast because that way you can get this crap out there without
come to
poisoning
us.
all of us.
What
So
would
do
you-
your own podcast that no one will hear.
What would you call it? Music no one knows?
Oh, I'm
Things
sorry.
only for me.
Skinner, one of the great bands of all time, discovered by Al Cooper.
I hate this Al Cooper. I hope he's dead.
Al is
and I
not
hope
dead.
he died in front of his family.
Fascinating man. I hope to get him as a guest on the show. Okay. No idea why we're talking about Al Cooper.
I have an idea.
He's the organ player on the Like a Rolling Stone.
Don't you add in?
I love this stuff.
That's true.
That's because Pat is his best friend.
And he'd never played organ before.
I know the whole story.
He went in that session to play guitar,
he
but
sat
Michael
there and he
Bloomfield
went
was
over
there.
the
Sorry,
organ.
okay, I'm sorry.
Tom, the thing is, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, sorry. We can move on now.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get here. I want to hear about this dead French lady. This is a great story. It's super scary.
I'm going to have to sit next to you so you can just hand me the stuff. Police in Italy say a French woman was found dead in an abandoned church, and she may have been looking for ghosts in a possible TikTok stunt.
This is less scary than how scared Tom just looked when you said you might have to sit next to him.
I know. You should have seen his face when I had to ride in the passenger seat.
Oh, my gosh. It was heaven. It looked like Tom had seen a ghost. It was hilarious.
I don't like having people in my car.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm very
or
well
around
aware.
you.
That's true, too.
The 22-year-old woman told family members she and a friend would be searching for ghosts. The victim and a male friend were spotted in Italy's Aosta Valley dressed like vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Her body was later found in a deconsecrated church. Police believe the victim's death could be related to a TikTok ghost hunting competition. Other working theories are that it was a consented murder or sacrifice, or an attempt to carry out a social media prank. The investigation is ongoing. The woman appeared emaciated, looked like a walking corpse, according to one witness. And according to the medical examiner, the victim had been stabbed in the neck with what investigators say was a camping knife and then bled to death.
You know what they said to the medical examiner in France?
What?
Autopsie, s'il vous plaît. Autopsie, s'il vous plaît.
Autopsie, s'il vous plaît.
I feel better now.
That's how they ask for an autopsy.
She also had 2 gunshots to her neck and 1 to her abdomen that police say may have been inflicted after she died.
I'm going with theory B on this, the one where they said this was like a consensual murder sacrifice thing.
No signs of struggle.
Right.
But why do they have the word TikTok stunt?
Maybe they wanted to air it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to get plenty of likes. You won't be able to appreciate them being dead and all. Doesn't seem like much of a prank. I don't think Steve-O and the boys would do this.
Boy.
The Jackass guys.
That's ghastly.
It is ghastly.
Yikes.
I mean, almost all of the blood had been drained from her body. That was the story I read. Yeah.
Where did it go?
Well, what we decided to do with it. I mean, what they probably did with it.
Who knows where it went? Okay, well. Some of the blood had been scraped off the floor and removed from the crime scene. So somebody took some of the blood.
Yeah, they were doing some wild
And they were dressed like vampires?
Yep. That's what one witness said.
Which is no good. Now this just stereotypes people who are dressed like vampires.
Do you suppose they I have a question. Do you suppose they rented the tuxes or bought them?
And the capes.
I'd like to rent a cape.
I think if you're
I promise I'll bring it back.
I think if you're dressing as a vampire, you buy a cape.
You do?
Probably.
I even have a cape, and I'm not a vampire.
You have a cape?
Yeah, we've had for Halloween. We've had it forever.
Okay.
And when we were cleaning out the closet, I looked at the cape and I went, that could come in handy.
What
I'm gonna
color
keep
is it?
that. It's black.
Oh my God!
And who
Nice
did we
high
decide
collar.
in our current society wears a cape? Men who?
I have a cape.
You have a cape?
Yeah. My dad gave it to me. No, I'm not even joking.
Like a
was he
legit
in-
cape.
My father gave me the cape.
Was he in Phantom of the Opera?
Your father was an actor and a director. Have you ever had occasion to wear the cape?
No, I didn't wear it. I have it in the closet.
That's cool.
Okay, you and I have some kind of a bet where if you lose, you have to wear the cape to a public
right.
event.
I'd love to have a cape. Is
It's
it
a
wool?
fancy cape.
Is it nice?
It probably looks like one like Orson Welles used to wear.
That's exactly what it
Oh,
is.
Pat,
Then you can use it as a car
what is it?
cover.
Like a velveteen or something.
The next cool day, wear it into work. I want to see it.
It's like velveteen.
Oh, yeah, you
Right?
should wear
Yeah.
that.
What did your dad use it for?
He went to weddings like that and would show off. He once showed up in like a purple Nehru jacket with bell bottoms and that cape.
Do you have a picture of the wedding?
I can find that picture because it was up in
please.
northern Indiana.
He was a showman. He
My
was very
cousins probably
theatrical.
have
Was
Yeah.
it a full-length cape or was it...
Full length. Yeah, and purple
Nice.
purple outfit to a wedding of my cousins. That's awesome. My mother was not happy.
Were they married at the time?
Oh yeah. It was like 1968 or 9 probably.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the cape.
You can't stop me from wearing the cape and the purple bell bottoms. Hit that M when you say bottoms.
Who else in contemporary society? Who wears
could wear
capes
a
anymore?
cape?
Are there any famous people that wear capes?
I don't know.
Johnny Depp could wear a cape. He'd get away with it.
Well, don't most of the superheroes have them?
Superman still has one.
Superman and Batman?
Yeah, Batman still has his.
I mean, wouldn't they get in the way, really?
You would think so.
Batman?
I thought they used him to help them fly.
Batman can't fly. He has no superpowers.
I think it just Superman wore a cape so it helped the effects guys make it look like he was flying.
Okay,
He
there
put
you
a
go.
fan on a cape.
There has to be someone that can pull this off.
I
mean, Orson Welles wore one occasionally.
Yeah.
A guy like Jared Leto would wear a cape.
Yeah.
For sure.
But these are bona fide weirdos.
Yeah.
It's like no one's going to say. Like, if I came in here with a cape, I would never hear the end of it.
Oh, I'd love it.
I would too.
I would
You can
love
swing him
it.
around when it's cold.
Yes.
Of course, the latter-day Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis wore a
Elvis,
cape.
yeah.
Sure, yeah, on stage, yeah. Sure.
And, of course, James Brown.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
That was
How
old.
could
I have
James?
the gold one right in here that we did for the Elvis thing, right next to me, right back.
That's
Oh,
right.
a cape?
Yeah, right there.
Oh.
Please, how much for you to wear that, like, to the grocery store?
Hey, when you film me secretly, you put
Yes.
the phones up.
I'd do that.
That's an afternoon. How funny would that be? And I get everything, all the cakes and pies.
Not say anything, just wear the cape.
But Dracula traditionally had a
cape.
a morning coat and a cape.
Yeah, of course. He was very well dressed.
Darkwing Duck had a cape.
There you go. In that Napoleon movie, does he wear a cape?
I'm not sure.
Who's Darkwing Duck?
Only one of the finest DuckTales spin-offs that ever came about.
Okay. All right. Okay. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we'll talk about going to the grocery store. We do have a house floating in the San Francisco Bay. We have castaways in the news today.
This is cool. Have you seen they've been rescued?
Oh,
there's the story.
Yeah, but I'd like to hear the
there's
circumstances.
there's a lot more to it. They were eating humans.
They were eating
and
what?
Oh no! They were.
I know. I made that up because Christy implied that we've given the whole thing away. No, there's a lot more to it. It's cool. OJ's still dead. That's a happy story.
Yeah.
And we got cool bird story if you're a bird fan, and foxes in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
In a few minutes.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Good to see everybody. Glad you're with us. Tom, a lot going on this morning. A lot of fun stuff.
Indeed. We'll get to more of the fun stuff in a matter of seconds.
Talking about capes.
Yes,
we
isn't
have
that fun?
more news with capes. In the
I love winter capes. I love wearing a cape in the winter.
I don't know that I've seen you do it.
I haven't worn one in here. I used to have not quite a few. I had like 2 or 3.
Wow.
Now I'm down to 2. But I like them.
A winter's cape.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
We were talking about capes because of some weird stunt
Vampire story
in TikTok in which somebody's
found dead
with no blood. It's
desecrated
very
church.
weird. Do folks dress up as vampires?
On a normal basis.
Do
like
female
on a daily
vampires have a specific outfit the way the male vampire has kind of a
Depends on your
morning
movie.
coat and a cape? And
I mean, there are many different looks
Yeah.
for both, yeah.
They're hot vampires. Come on.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're sexy.
Well, in any event, we were discussing the capes and how it's pretty hard to get away with one these days if you're a gent.
Where would I even find a cape if I wanted to cape up?
Oh,
the
honey.
internet.
You can find a cape
I
on it.
just
I could get you
Googled
an
it, yeah.
Amazon right now. I could get you a cape.
Like a nice though. Like,
Yeah,
like
a velvet
like
one?
not like
Yeah,
a
like-
not a costume cape, but like an actual
Right.
Not like one with a logo on it.
I have a friend who's a tailor. He could make you a cape, maybe.
Oh, all right.
It's got to be one of the easier things to
Man's
make.
Cape. Yeah, you would think.
Oh, I got this swatch of fabric.
Oh.
I guess I'll put a string on it.
It's a cape. Okay. What else is happening in the
I
news
can
other
buy you
than
a
cape news?
A lot of nice capes out there. 3 men stranded on a tiny Pacific Ocean. Is it islet?
Islet.
Islet?
Right?
Islet?
Sure.
Islet.
Islet?
Is it Islet?
ISLET?
Let's find out.
Islet?
Go ahead.
We're rescued.
Let's
after,
go with island. Small island.
All
How
right.
about that?
That is better.
We're rescued after making a help sign out of palm fronds.
You seen the picture of this thing?
Yeah.
According to U.S. Coast Guard officials, the men from Micronesia had been planning to fish the waters around the Picolet Atoll when their vessel was damaged by swells. They scrambled onto a tiny uninhibited.
Uninhabited.
If
it was an uninhibited island, everybody'd be naked.
That's right.
Put your pants on, island.
Uninhibited island.
Look at those people. They're all
uninhibited.
Here we go. Here's the pronunciation.
Uninhabited.
Islet.
Islet.
Okay. Isn't that what you call the thing in a shirt where you put the buttons?
Yeah, but that's spelled differently.
Just asking.
Where they gathered palm fronds and spelled out help on the beach a week after they went missing. A relative contacted rescue officials in Guam. Took them a week. And a U.S. Navy P-84 reconnaissance jet dispatched from Japan spotted the help sign. The castaways lived off coconut meat and fresh water from a well for a week while they awaited rescue. Nice that somebody had drilled a well for them.
Isn't that? Yeah, that is very nice.
On an
uninhabited island, yeah. Officials say the sign was crucial to finding the castaways in a search that covered over 103,000 square miles.
It's the classic, and you see the palm fronds spelling out.
Good for them.
Help. Yeah. Well, I guess they missed them the first time they flew over. They thought it said kelp. The H got. So they thought, okay, I can know it's kelp.
Actually, they first wrote send nudes, and then they after 4 days.
We need
some actual help. And luckily, the people looking for them spoke English.
Yeah.
Like what you would think, like there needs to be like a better.
Is that the official?
I thought SOS was the official.
That's what
I thought too, but
that's a good question. Yeah, what if but it happened to be an American Coast Guard group that was looking. So I wonder if
I bet most people who speak foreign languages who aren't from, they know what the word help.
I would think that. Yeah.
This is Micronesia as opposed to Macronesia. Much bigger place.
Much larger. Yes, yeah.
Would they have gotten more attention if they'd written some obscenity? Hey, man, did you see that? Look over there to the left.
Hey, look, someone wrote the
word. Someone wrote the C word on the beach.
Oh, now wait a minute. You don't get.
Well, let's land.
I like the phrase coconut meat.
Mm-hmm.
Coconut meat's good.
Did they call it
good
meat?
For you.
Yeah.
Of course. That's the first you've heard that?
I hate coconut, so there's.
Oh.
Well, then you would be in trouble.
I wonder if they had the wherewithal to dig their own well. I wonder if that's how they.
Yeah. Or how they even got into the coconut. Like, those aren't easy to access.
They had a boat and they were fishing, so I bet they had...
I thought, like, the boat had overturned and they went...
Yeah, that's what it sounded
I thought it got destroyed in the ocean and they just...
Maybe just a simple rock. Huh? Hanks figured it out, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Never saw it.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Cool
the first half of that is
it's a cool flick.
And then you lose
don't
it
listen to it. The whole thing.
At the end they
very good.
they skip a bunch of stuff. And go, how did he get over here?
No. It's all there.
You got to pay attention.
No, that's not. They don't show him getting on the boat.
Well, of course, because it's a waste of everyone's time. They know.
They know he had to get on a boat.
It's the greatest crash scene of all time.
Okay.
Oh,
that's also not true.
There's a better one.
Flight has a wonderful crash.
Alive is pretty brutal. Yeah.
So coconut meat is a thing, though. So
yes, sir.
Now, could you eat coconut meat, Pat, even though you're a vegan?
No, that's perfect.
Doesn't count as beef.
That's like everyday.
No, it doesn't count as beef.
Coconut meat sounds like the nickname of some 13-year-old on the internet playing video games. Hey, man, did you see what coconut meat did yesterday?
That's actually not far off.
Does your kid play video games?
Oh, yeah. They all have stupid...
Do they have names?
Oh, yeah. They all have dumb online names. And some of the kids only know each other by their stupid online names.
That's true.
Like, they don't even know each other's real names.
Aha.
They'll be like, that's Brushfire Orb. Oh, blah, blah,
Brushfire Orb?
That's cool. That's my son's.
Yeah.
That is a cool name.
I assume a lot of them are somewhat phallic.
A lot of his friends are very inappropriate. Like, not even, I couldn't even get close on air.
Whoa.
Attaboy, fellas.
Things that would just mortify their moms.
Yeah.
They're 16.
Yeah, one of them's like Smegma 69. And just
that's
the
funny.
Normal. Yeah. Yeah, the standard.
Sounds like
boys
this show.
being boys.
Okay. So in any event, you check out this photograph of these guys being rescued, the castaways.
Wow.
And there's some
Insta.
sub-story that's really weird. The guy that found them is a cousin.
Well, if somebody's been missing for a week, you're going to be concerned, I would think.
No, just by chance, this guy flies for the U.S. Coast Guard.
What?
Yeah.
By chance?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't they have special radios you're supposed to take if you're going fishing in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, but if you're just going along and a weird wave hits you that you aren't anticipating and it flips your boat, I mean, it may get knocked into the water.
Aren't those rogue waves weird? Like they're all over the ocean.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden,
They
just
just
for
show
no reason. Well, seemingly no reason. Just a 60-foot swell.
Yeah, it's crazy. How long do you? I think I could make it maybe 2 weeks on a island.
2 weeks? I would last a day.
Well, if you have water and coconut meat, I mean,
Like I would give up after 2.
Yeah, but how would you find a freshwater well on an island?
I think they may have done.
Islet?
Maybe
What
they
do-
dug it themselves, or it was
But
natural.
Do you have the skills to
Oh,
do
no
that? Yeah,
way.
I wouldn't even know where to dig.
Me either.
well, ground.
Okay, smarty pants, where would you get?
I'd assume like, if we dig, we're just going to hit salt water. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
that's
think.
what I
thought.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think.
Would die in a
Look how tiny that thing is. I mean, it'd be easy
So,
to pass over.
That way, then it's the good news is you don't have to dig too much because
There's
there are a lot of
choices,
spots.
yeah.
I don't know. Try here.
Isn't it the irony that when you get stuck on a tropical island like that, it's where people would pay thousands to go to for
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told the Coast Guard, "Hey, look, just drop off some supplies. Come back in a couple weeks. We're having a great
Yeah,
time."
please, yeah.
Because
it looks gorgeous.
I never knew what a good kissy Roger was. But they were rescued. All is well with the world.
That's great.
Correct.
That's a good story.
From some folks in Guam.
A classic story.
Doesn't
Wow.
Guam sound like a dirty word?
Yes.
Why? Because it's close to Quim.
I'm just sonically. I'm not
Like
sure.
smegma.
Well, thank you, Christy.
Smegma.
Did you see her? I'll tell you what, she oozes Guam.
She's Guami.
I'd like to meet somebody named Quim Smegma.
That's one of Jeff's friends' monikers. It's Dr. Quim Smegma.
They must not have totally lost their boat because they do have some kind of a makeshift shelter, and the help actually looks quite nice with the palm fronds because they're all sprayed out, and it's quite pretty.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you very much, Christy. What's coming up?
Coming up, we have a house floating in the San Francisco Bay. We have grocery shopping in the news. And boy, did that person really give you a Jeep as a tip? Well, we'll find out.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate pina colada and Thai-iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Zysol is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol. At night.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Jeff Oskay over at the OriginSouls.com sports desk. Sitting
Yes,
in
sir.
Chick this morning. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Josh Arnold at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Go, make sure you go there, pick up a gold-dipped rose for Mom. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. And there's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. Do I smell weed?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't.
Not me.
I always do.
See, it's a. If you want to pick up on that, Pat?
Everywhere I go, that's my single that's out.
Oh, so I'm just trying to set you up when I say, do I smell weed?
And that's why I went, yes, I do.
Okay. Patty G's new highly produced song. It's very, very nice. About weed
Did you
is out
produce
there
it?
now.
No, Alan Johnson did.
And I wrote a couple of checks. The point is, the video of this will be out shortly. But right now, it is as of midnight. It's out there. I thought we'd play it for you. Pat, you want to explain who's singing on this, Pat?
This is Greg Gilpin and the boys. He does all the stuff at the local schools and choir stuff all over the country. He's fantastic. So he did the doo-wop stuff.
Okay.
And
so it's me and them.
Okay.
I call them the
And with Don Was on bass and
Don
Al
Was
Cooper
is,
producing.
Yes.
Okay.
on bass vocals.
Nice callbacks, thank you. Not true, but certainly I appreciate it. And here it is.
Everywhere I go, it smells like a weed. At the grocery store, it's guaranteed. Even standing in line at the DMV. Everywhere I go, it smells like weed. Ooh, you know it does. On the way to work, it's that reefer I smell. I smell pot at my hotel. Ganja's in the air on every street. At the gym, in my church, it smells like weed. I went to Tacoma. There was a marijuana aroma. Celebr and Captiva.
Celebr and Captiva.
Smells like cannabis sativa.
Smells like cannabis sativa.
On the plane ride home, it reeks of weed. The TSA, they all agreed. My suitcase smells like stems and seeds. Everywhere I go, it smells like weed. My hair and my clothes smell like weed. Maybe I shouldn't smoke so much weed.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice.
Patty G. Do you have a name for the band?
I'll get one. The Rhythm Method. You like that?
Oh.
St. Vitus Dance Band.
What?
What?
That was a name for a band I had when I was younger. St. Vitus Dance Band. The No Man is an Island Band.
Okay.
St. Vitus? What
St. Vitus Dance Band.
Who's Vitus?
It's a famous sort
The
of
answer is
illness.
no. Pat does not have a name.
Saint Vitalis, the saint of hair
St.
tonic.
Vitus Dance is an illness from the 1800s.
It's very complicated.
Okay.
I'm sorry I asked.
What?
It was at that, that mass hysteria
book.
type thing. And,
Okay.
I don't know how to read.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of reading, I'm looking at that photograph. You had that cool story about these guys getting rescued, and they in standard. It's if you're handy to be rescued from a nice island where it's warm enough, you don't freeze to death.
Sure.
You don't hear about too many Arctic rescues, but they were on a so-called desert island, and they put the palm fronds out there, and they wrote "help." Mm-hmm. And again, I'm asking, is that what you're supposed to do? Or are you supposed to put SOS?
I think it's easier to spell help.
There was a famous case of guys that they put SOS in cursive and they weren't rescued. No one could read it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to get this debate.
No, my kids get cards from their grandparents, and they write everything in cursive,
Sure.
and so I get to read the cards to my children because they have no idea what they're saying.
They
form
did
of
not-
illiteracy.
Yeah.
They did not learn cursive?
No, they shouldn't waste their time learning cursive.
Yes.
They didn't.
They should
Totally.
learn it.
No, they shouldn't. Why not have them learn Chinese, something that'll come in useful? Or perhaps computer programming. It's time to move on with Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What have we missed?
An entire home was spotted floating across the San Francisco Bay earlier this week. According to SF Gate, the large wood-shingled two-story home was slowly towed by a much smaller boat from downtown Marina in Redwood City towards Sausalito. KGO.
We
Go.
Yeah.
Reports the houseboat was forced to relocate following a long legal battle. The move took 2 days to complete.
But it's kind of cool. I mean, it's a lot easier than moving a house on land. It's essentially a house built on a barge.
Oh, so they actually stay in the marina anyway, so it's kind of a houseboat?
Yeah, but it
Wait,
doesn't.
so a guy just moved a houseboat.
No, it's not a houseboat.
That's more complicated than that.
It looks like a regular house.
Okay.
But it's on a barge.
Right.
Permanently, though, or
Yeah.
they do eventually put it on land?
No, they're built, as I understand that they're built on these barges, and they just. So I mean, it doesn't. So it looks like a house. It looks like a house on Main Street that's floating in the middle of the bay.
That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the people forgot that they were doing it? Hey, Bill, do you hear the toilet running? No, it's swerving. There's a guy with a dinghy and an Evinrude towing us across. There's the Golden Gate Bridge. So
it's quite the move. You don't have to pack. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean that's real kind of nice.
Yes,
I think that'd be great.
It's kind of like living in a trailer. You just kind of pick it up and move.
Yeah. I wonder if, even though it's a big barge, I assume that on occasion you'd know you were floating.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Would you have a waterbed on one of those?
Now, wait a minute. So the barge constantly moves? Or
No. They are being. I don't know what the circumstances are, but
the barge is being moved from one marina to another, basically.
I see.
Yeah.
Just looks weird because again,
it
looks like a house on Main Street floating in the middle of the bay.
Yeah.
It's got to be odd.
Yeah.
The legal problem must have been one bitch of an HOA. Huh? You gotta move your house. Pat, you had a song?
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. I took my home from the marina. Now we're floating by the Frisco Bay. Oh, the city kicked us out. Well, their lawyers say we can't stay on us. So I'm just going to float by the Frisco Bay. Giving the finger the whole way. Oh, I'm floating by the Frisco Bay. It's a moving time. Oh, I sang the facts and didn't bring the funny. I didn't bring the funny, just sang the facts. Everybody. I sang the facts and didn't bring the funny. I didn't bring the funny, just sang the facts.
In your defense, it's hard to follow yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know you had a song. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was nice.
All right.
I appreciate that, Pat. It's well worth looking up the photograph. It is quite cool.
That is great, though. You were right. You don't have to pack.
No.
I would love to just
nice.
move the house.
Wouldn't that be great? Pick it up and move it. How many times have you? Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat.
I love that, and except for when I'm stuck behind it on the highway.
Yeah.
And it's like, just buy a new house. Don't move the one.
Yeah.
And living on the river's got to be good. Don't have to mow.
Nope.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't recommend it.
There'd be other issues, but I imagine that
sure.
even if you're on a big barge, on occasion, if there were heavy traffic, your house would be moving around a little bit, but not as much as if you were on a houseboat.
And in the San Francisco Bay, you got to worry about pollution and Golden Gate Bridge suicides. A lot of those bodies.
They have big nets up now.
Goes another one.
Wait a minute. They have nets up?
Oh, but yeah, they spent millions of dollars on that.
So they catch you now?
It's like
in
the
fall?
biggest sneeze guard you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did they get them out of there? That would be...
I don't know.
You're stuck there.
They spent a lot of money.
Is it like Top Golf for people?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You couldn't have nailed it anymore, clearly. Right now, it's time to talk about our friends at Simply Safe. We've been talking about this before we were talking about it, if that makes any sense. Before we were officially talking about it, a chick came in one day and he goes, "You're not going to believe this. I put in a security system over the weekend, and it took me half an hour." Simply Safe is trusted by the experts. In fact, it's been named Best Home Security System again by U.S. News and World Report, and Newsweek awarded Simply Safe Best Customer Service in Home Security. What's it all about? Well, it's about whatever you need for your place. That would include protection from break-ins, fires, floods, carbon monoxide, et cetera, et cetera. Indoor and outdoor cameras. A chick gets the award here. He has 11 cameras at his place. And also you can get 24/7 professional monitoring, if you like, for less than $1 a day. And one of the cool things they have at Simply Safe is they've got the system in which they can actually confront a burglar with an audio, "Hey, get out of there. We got your picture already." No contracts, by the way, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Simply Safe, you can install it yourself, or if you want, they'll install it for you. They've given us and many Bob and Tom Show listeners real peace of mind. Simply Safe, we want you to have it too, so get 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe. In fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine and saying, hey, you have a sump pump monitor?
Oh.
Well, you might want to get those depending on where you live. It's one of those really handy things to stop before the place floods.
Yes.
Simply Safe. They've got everything you need. And check it out. Once again, it's simplysafetom.com. Coming up, lady claims she got a tip while working at Waffle House the other day. It was a Jeep. Is she lying? We're going to find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Oh, hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Caught me daydreaming.
And thinking of you?
I was thinking of all of you. Especially Jeff Oskay across the way doing the robot.
Oh, look
If
at that.
You don't have the VIP to watch that, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, Tom, you're missing this.
Well, it looks like the robot just before it ran out of batteries. Yeah.
Was that your move on the dance floor?
Would you go to clubs and bars and dance?
And my friend said I dance like Belinda Carlisle.
Oh, from
I don't
the
know
Go-Go's?
I mean, I know her.
I kind of did like one of these kind of moves.
Yeah.
And, they would say I was doing the Belinda Carlisle.
I like that. That shows you have some movement.
Yeah, I get on the dance floor. I cut it up.
Tom, will you dance at like a wedding?
When someone referred to movement with regard to my dancing, they meant bowel movement. It was not particular.
Oh, you got to go out there and dance.
You don't have a lot of rhythm?
No, I don't cut the rug.
If I ever get married, will you dance at my wedding?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
If you get married, but I insist on being the
officiant.
The officiant.
No kidding. All right.
Now,
I wouldn't want to put that pressure on you.
No, I've got a whole thing now.
Matt, I'd love for you to sing, but it will be like nobody has pubes anymore, and it's, you know what I mean. I want to see like my aunt's faces as you're up there.
Oh, that would be great.
I'll be your flower granny.
Flower granny.
If you had to dance to a song, Tom, what song would get a Tom Griswold out on the dance floor?
Oh, that's a great question. What can you not stay seated for?
Yeah.
Disco Inferno.
No, Disco Inferno is a good one, Ace. Probably the Hokey Pokey.
Oh, come on.
Yeah?
You know, something that I like to be instructed as to what to do when it comes to dancing.
Okay.
What's the great Chuck Level piano part in that Allman Brothers song? That's that instrumental.
Come on, Pat.
It's moving. It's a moving song.
Jessica?
And Jessica?
I could see him dancing to that.
You can't dance to that.
Sure. You can.
You
can't dance to
I like to do the Allman Brothers. That's the whipping post. Lean back.
That was really good.
Somewhat inappropriate, depending on the crowd.
Yes.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
It's time to move on to anything but
Egyptians.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, look at him. He's out there.
The greatest disco song of all time.
Don't you dance for your girls?
Oh, just in the car, especially.
Yeah.
They are so embarrassed.
Yeah.
when they'll have a friend in the back seat, and I'll start dancing to some song while there's on a red light. I get to see them going, "Oh God,
I love that.
Dear God, stop it!
I love that.
Stop him if you can."
That's great.
We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What's happening over there?
New research indicates you spend more time when you buy your groceries on an empty stomach. Did I say more time?
More money.
More money.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where I'm putting words into sentences that don't exist. According to the survey conducted by Dole Food Company, grocery shopping while hungry leads to an average of $26 in extra food purchases.
26.
Yeah, that's light, I would think.
Well, that's like a dozen eggs.
More than More than 3/4 of respondents admitted that they are more likely to blow their budget if they shop while hungry. About 60% of people said they are likely to forget their health goals if they shop on an empty stomach.
Well, that's where you start buying crappy food.
Of course. And most people make 2 grocery runs per week.
Not
2.
me.
I'm about there, yeah.
Really?
Because I try to buy more fresh stuff, so I should put it this way. I'm trying not to waste.
Yeah.
I'm about 6.
Salad mix.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery 6 times a week?
I love the grocery store. It's my favorite place in America.
Oh, good.
I do. I'm serious. I've got like 5 stores memorized. I can tell you where you're going. I can tell you how to get to what, and et cetera, et cetera.
I'm embarrassed that I do this, but it happens. It happened yesterday. I went to the store when I got off work here, got all the stuff for dinner last night, got the stuff to make the stuff this morning. Driving back home, it's around 1:00 in the afternoon, and I called my lady. I was like, hey, I didn't pick up anything for lunch. Do you want me to get something to go? So I had a trunk full of groceries and still went through a drive-thru to get lunch. Even though I had just been at the grocery 5 minutes earlier.
Do you ever do this? You're like on your way home and you're like, oh, we have nothing for dinner tonight. I should stop at the grocery. Nah, I'm just going to go on home. And then you go home and go, why didn't I stop at the grocery and get something?
Now, do you find the same? So the point of this news story, though, if I'm getting this right, is that if you're hungry and you go to the grocery store, you're going to spend more money.
Yes, and I have always heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
My
Never
mother
shop.
So this is why you were telling me off the air, Christy, that before she goes to the sex toy shop, she likes to,
sure,
get down a couple times, so she's not,
horny when I go.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in and go, well, I wasn't going to get the double donger, but I'm a little bit itchy, if you will, down there. Yeah, I'd like to. Now, what I'd like to see is the shopping while stoned. I mean, I know it's incredibly obvious, but
yeah, it's more junk, more.
I've made that mistake of shopping while stoned, and the only thing that happens is you get home and you have bought stuff for 4 meals, but you've missed one ingredient for each of the 4 meals. So you're like, I forgot the chicken for the chicken salad.
Oh, wait a second. I got the Velveeta. I forgot the bread.
Right, exactly.
Do you plan your meals out like on Sunday afternoon?
Yes.
You sit there and go, we're going to have this. Do you really?
Yeah, for every day of the week.
Wow.
But then I'll go on Sunday and get groceries to last till Wednesday, and then on Thursday I get groceries for the rest of the week.
That's good. I can't imagine being that organized.
I'm probably the only one. You get the wrong. You get the wrong one, the wrong thing every time you go.
Like what?
Like everything. Name something. Milk. I'll get the wrong one.
Well, I've started. I did this the other day, and a woman came up to me afterwards and was like, "You are a genius." My lady wanted a specific type of salad dressing that I could not find.
Right.
So I FaceTimed her.
I do that. Yeah, all
and
the
I
time.
turned it around, and I just kept walking up and down the aisle, showing her every dressing. And finally, she found one that was comparable. And I got off the phone, and a stalker lady came over, and she goes, "That was genius. Do you know how many men would just buy the wrong dressing?" And I was like, no, I'm on it.
I swear to you, I'm not making this up. I had to do this in the feminine hygiene aisle not too long ago.
But it's perfect.
Because Christy, there are more products in that area than there are automobiles manufactured in America.
I'm a little surprised she didn't tell you exactly what.
I'm sure she did.
She did, Josh. Haven't you figured out? I can't listen.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What the hell's wrong with you? I hear things kind of. Things don't register when you say things to me. You may have noticed that being here and being around me.
I'll send pictures.
Yeah, that's always helpful.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
please do.
This is what you need to.
Yeah, ladies, no guy gets mad. They shouldn't, at least. If you send a picture and say, "Get this."
Yeah,
there's these subtle distinctions. There was a peanut butter issue.
A peanut butter issue.
I get this exotic peanut butter, and there's one of them that's got oil in it, and the other doesn't, and it's the sign on it's about the size of.
Do you like the one with oil that you have to stir?
No,
I don't either.
No, but
I don't like that either.
Now, Ace, you know this, since you're the consummate shopper here, and you're a thrifty man. The way they stack the shelves, they've got the stuff that's more expensive at eye level.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then I'll be at one of the stores I go to, and they've got stuff that's so high. There's always some poor little lady desperately trying to get the cereal on the top shelf, and they can't get it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the stuff down below is also the better buy, right? You have to reach down and get it.
Yeah.
A lot of stores, I've heard this, where companies get better placement if they are
Yeah, they pay for the place.
for it. Yeah, Greg Warren talked about
stocking
that.
spaces.
Remember when he used to fight for his spots when he was working at P&G? I'm a shelf climber. I'm like a little monkey in the store.
I have no problem whenever I'm at the store and I see one of those little old ladies reaching for something they can't get. I have no problem going, "You're on your own, Grandma," and walking off. It doesn't bother me to do that at all.
I had a guy the other day because I was trying to reach the V8 juice way up high, and I asked the man, I go, "Would you mind please getting that?" He looked kind of like taken aback. He did it, but he wasn't happy.
It would be really fun. It would be if there's some old lady reaching for something and you go up there and grab it. Oh, this is the last one, and you take it.
Yeah, I had
Bad
the same
karma.
thing
Bad
happen.
karma.
Yeah, just yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you get out of the chair and stand for once?" And they were like, "No," and they just wheeled away.
Yeah, it's tough.
No, so the
next time she'll try harder.
Yeah, exactly. You got a stool to stand on. Stand on the seat.
The point of this, though, is if you're hungry at the grocery store, you're going to spend more.
Yes, which is very.
And you're also going to buy things that are
obvious.
less healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you self-checkout, Tom, or do you
I
go-
love the self-checkout.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
whatever
like it.
possible.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think you should get 3% off if you use it.
Yeah, because you're saving them money because you're not staffing.
You kind of can, Jeff. It's called not ringing up certain items.
Well, I'm not a dirty thief. So.
Yeah. I always hate it, though, when you're doing it and something goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got to call them over.
weigh
and-
something.
Is there something at the grocery store that you're not supposed to get, but you sneak it in every time? Like,
Oh, at his house.
What, and then like eat it in the garage?
well, that.
like
or-
a Kit Kat?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
crazy.
I'm not a candy guy. So
Well, no, I mean, well, you don't eat anything fun anymore. So he said he hadn't had a donut in what, months? Is that
yeah.
You're looking good, though.
I go, you look
Work.
great, but you can have a donut.
No, those donuts look really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about if you go to the grocery store drunk? I wonder what that. Do people?
That's
Probably the same thing.
Is it
Do
fun?
they buy more
Yeah.
junk food or they buy more booze?
Yeah, you might find it buying more booze.
Sir, the ice and soda water over there, Dipso. I'm sure that obviously the people who stock grocery stores and run them know what they're doing.
Oh, for sure.
I did read a really cool thing about salad dressing. This is kind of a famous experiment. They had, I'm getting the numbers wrong, but they essentially had 100 different salad dressings available
Okay.
at this one store, and then whatever they kept track of the numbers. Then a month later, they only had 10 available, and when they had 10 available, they sold more.
Right.
Because
Really?
people, it's too taxing on people to go, oh my God, I can't decide what to
It's
do.
what I call Netflix syndrome.
Yeah.
You know, where you go to Netflix and you look for 20 minutes, you go, screw it, I'm not watching anything.
There's too many options.
I am. My daughter Sophie is exactly the same way. We can't have too many choices.
Yeah.
Give me 2 or 3. Like if you're paint colors, for example, you know that
yeah.
paint book wheel thing they give you.
Oh, yeah.
No, just pick out 3. Give me the little samples, and then I'll pick one because it's too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, salad dressing. There are lots. Hot.
Well, we have too many choices.
Well, it's
There's
good.
too much of a lot in
And
there.
we're blessed, really.
Yes,
but
we are.
You just buy the ranch.
I mean, do we need?
No, we don't.
Do we really need garlic cream cheese Oreos? Or whatever the hell. Whatever.
Oreos have lost their mind.
Yeah.
Their new mushroom and Swiss, not great.
Yeah. I think at what point have we gone, something, and maybe the commies have it right. Just paint everything gray and
Yeah, I know
and
the
get in line.
classic Oreo's great, but I like golden Oreos.
My son does too. Loves
I
them.
really like those. Yeah.
I'm just saying a handful of variation is nice, but sometimes there's just too much going on.
Yeah. Moving on, authorities in Oklahoma say a woman found driving a stolen Jeep told officers it was, quote, a birthday tip
How
from a
about that?
former customer. The Tulsa Police Department said it responded to an alert about a stolen white Jeep Liberty and pulled the vehicle over. During the traffic stop, the driver, Ms. Angela Harrison, told officers that earlier in the day she ran into a former customer of hers when she worked at Waffle House. And according to police, the woman said the customer gave her $10 cash in the Jeep Liberty because her 53rd birthday was coming up in a few
That makes
weeks.
sense. A $10 tip. Oh, and then a
Have my car.
nice Jeep.
Yeah. She was arrested for possession of a stolen vehicle. Police said the vehicle was reported stolen, though, before Christmas. The owner of the Jeep apparently had died last year, and the recovered vehicle has now been returned to the owner's family. There's
Okay.
a lot going on here.
So, do we know, though, that she did steal it?
Yeah,
what I'm
maybe-
saying is somebody didn't tip her a stolen car.
Yeah, maybe he knew he was dying, and he did tip her the Jeep because he didn't need it anymore.
And what's the $10 for? That's what I don't get here. One of these things is not like the other.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to give somebody a tip at Waffle House, I don't know. That seems like a little steep.
Yeah, but there are all these crazy internet stories about that kind of
That's
that
true.
very thing.
Yeah.
But isn't
So if
tipping
you-
someone a Jeep more of a La Peep thing than a Waffle House thing?
Yes.
I mean, are you eating at Waffle House if you have enough money to give away your
Yeah.
car?
Maybe a 94 Camry.
If you're a
would
car,
be the-
I'm not-
if you're a car thief, is what I'm saying.
I'm not being a car snob, but it is a Jeep Liberty.
Jeep Liberty, earlier we were talking about this, and Jeep Liberty is one of those cars I was looking at, and I was told that is by the salesman who was a female, that is a girl's car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
For sure.
The female saleswoman told me, you should not buy that. That is for women.
Maybe that's why he gave it to her.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm driving a chick's car.
Yeah, sorry, here you go.
But
babe.
again, who is going to tip
Nobody.
a
She
car?
made it. Of course she made it.
But again, the 10, I don't get the. Maybe if she said, this was given to me as a tip, then you throw in the $10.
Yeah, that's odd.
That just seems ridiculous.
Do you think she stole it?
I don't know.
Or do you think a car thief was trying to get rid of the evidence and said, hey, you lady, take this?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, yeah.
But also, I wouldn't have used this story as a tip. I would have said something like, yes, I won it in a fight at Waffle House.
Or an Elvis Presley thing. He used to give away Cadillacs to his friends and stuff as tips.
Okay.
Elvis gave this to me.
Now, what's cool is, have you seen the mugshot?
No.
Yeah, she's doing the Jeep wave.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it looks like
I don't think
she's
it counts with the Liberty.
Yeah, it looks like she's ducked either way.
Yeah, I didn't know that the Jeep wave is only for the Wrangler.
Right.
And what
It's
a
only
bummer,
for the Wrangler.
that rubber duck thing.
That's for the Wranglers, too.
Yeah, I want a Jeep Wrangler, but I don't want to have to spend $40 a month on my rubber duck fund.
You don't have to do it.
Explain the rubber duck fund, please.
Apparently, if you have a Jeep, people just leave rubber ducks on your Jeep.
And then you're
you do the
supposed to,
same.
pay it forward.
It doesn't. I don't know how it started.
I-
why.
And it falls off when you drive?
Well, you put them in your dash. You don't drive with
Don't
it.
get that wrong.
I would do
No,
that.
it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. No,
Haven't you seen the Jeep Wranglers with like all those ducks on their
So
dash?
many.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
weird.
a thing.
hence the phrase "getting your ducks in a row." Apparently, I'm looking at Jeeps. They look awesome.
They're all
But I for
So
years
am
I
I. Love
drove
it.
a Grand Cherokee.
And you were doing the Jeep
Yeah.
wave? Oh.
He didn't know.
My dad informed me the other day. My dad has a Corvette because
Yep.
he's at that age.
Mhm.
And he informed me the other day that there's a Corvette wave. And I was like, what do you guys do? Just tip your MAGA hats to each other as you pass? Like, what are you doing?
Oh, by the way, Jeff, I apologize for what I told your son.
What'd you tell him?
That much like the Jeep wave, every time because he's starting to drive now.
Right.
Yeah, every time he passes a police officer, he should give them the finger.
Yeah, that's
that it's actually considered a friendly thing.
Yeah,
So,
I wish you wouldn't have done
I
that.
shouldn't have done that.
No. Thanks, Uncle Josh.
So Elijah's driving now.
Yeah. No.
Like he has his license, or is he just doing
He's
this permit?
he's in training. I'm getting. I've been trying to teach him, and therefore I'm getting driver's ed tomorrow for him because I can't teach him.
Yeah, that's.
I've been teaching him when he picks me up drunk from the strip club.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course,
Well, you send a
Josh isn't driving his car anymore because he was at a strip club recently, and that thing came up on the screen. You pay with a credit card. That thing comes up for tipping, 10%, 20%, 25%. Your car.
Yeah.
In the tradition of this news story.
That's the same thing with the grocery. Are
Yeah.
you like that with strip clubs? You don't want to go in horny. You end up blowing more money.
Well, I never. When I get prostitutes, I will go ahead. And when she comes over, I say, "Wait a second, I'm going into the bathroom." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I'm going to take care of myself." She's like, "Why would you do that?" I go, "I'm paying you. I don't want you to have the easy one."
The long one.
This took
a dusty old joke.
This took a terrible turn. I'm so sorry. In any event, coming up, we have foxes, the furry kind,
On the run.
in the news with Early Man.
Yeah.
Very interesting story. And we have an unfortunate incident during a burglary. And we'll have another OJ update. Let's see. Oh, good news, still dead. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about therapy and a better way to access therapy in our contemporary world. What I'm talking about is, of course, going online. The way BetterHelp works is you can be assigned to one of about 35,000 plus therapists that are working with people like you without the hassle of having to get in your car and drive to the office or take the bus over, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Taking advantage of being online. So the way it works is you fill out a questionnaire and you will be matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can change therapists at any time. But as I said, the therapy, it's also done online. It can be done like it's a phone call or via text back and forth or like a FaceTime call, whatever works for you. And it's also about not just being more easy to access, but it's about flexibility. See what I'm talking about by visiting betterhelp.com/BT show today. The /BT show part will make you eligible for 10% off your first month. You can find your social sweet spot. Be better in your own head about lots of things going on in your world. So once again, therapy can be very helpful, and this is a very easy way to access therapy. BetterHelp.com/BT show. And once again, you do it in the privacy of wherever you are. That's the really convenient aspect of it. Once again, 10% off using that code. BT show. That's BetterHelp, HELP, BetterHelp.com/BT show. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show sponsored by BetterHelp. Christy Lee.
Coming up, we have breaking news from the Golden Bachelor world.
They're dead?
No, they're not dead. Close.
Uh-oh. Really?
Oh.
You mean another fraud on television? This
maybe.
is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Up.
Hello, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Having a great time. Thanks for being with us. A lot going on, Tom.
Yeah, we do. We got a little special treat, I believe, right now.
Oh, look at that.
Joining us on the big screen, it's Jeff Oskay. And it's news we failed to mention. Hey, Jeffrey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm over at the Failed to Mention news desk. As you know, we give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
Pew, 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 pew. We have a new sponsor this week. Our new sponsor, Ed Septic's Tooth and Toilet Whitening Gel. Get your teeth as white as a commode with Ed Septic's Tooth and Toilet Whitening Gel. Let's see here. On the news docket. This is not coming up quick enough. There we go. We learned that there is a new stripper bill of rights. A stripper bill of rights, what you failed to mention. And Candy on stage 7 knows the entire thing by heart. As you know, she is putting herself through law school. Okay. Scientists discovered 49 new galaxies in just under 3 hours last week. What you failed to mention, imagine how many galaxies they would have discovered had they worked the entire 8-hour shift. You know what? 49's good. Let's call it early. Mike Tyson is selling ear-shaped THC gummies. What you failed to mention, the only drawback, they taste like Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Sweaty. A Canadian man tried smuggling 3 pythons into the U.S. before being apprehended by customs. What you failed to mention, is that a python in your pants, or are you just excited you're being deported? 70 coins were found in an alligator's stomach at the zoo. What you failed to mention, that is not what the vet meant when he said the gator needed some change in his diet.
More quarters.
Is Ace writing for you now?
You might want
he was supposed to. I'm still waiting for Ace to write for me.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
You might want to get a paper copy of your script so you can rip up some of the jokes.
Well, that's hurtful. The space agency NASA has come up with its own moon time, the time it would be on the moon. What you failed to mention, forget moon time. I want some NASA moonshine. Huh? There you go, Ace. No? Okay. Tom, I love you so much. I want to strangle you. A gang of senior citizen burglars got busted last week. What you failed to mention. Authorities have named the gang the Silver Sneakers.
I like it.
Here's the tear.
I like that one.
Oh, okay. There is a monkey gang terrorizing a Tibetan town. What you failed to mention, they know they're a gang because instead of throwing poop, they throw up gang signs. And finally, there is the largest gathering of guys named Kyle coming up. What you failed to mention, if all the Kyles are there, who's going to work the drive-through windows? I'm Jeff Oskay, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Yeah. Okay, now get back in here. I like that very much. Now, Christy Lee just announced breaking news.
Yes, from the Golden Bachelor world on Good Morning America a few moments ago. It appears that Gary and Teresa are deciding to divorce after 3 months. That's right. They were married in a big hullabaloo, big ceremony in January, and they've come to the conclusion that it's best for their families if they go ahead and dissolve their marriage.
What a fraud.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
How many of these shows have there been now? Like 100?
I don't know.
I mean, over the years?
There's lots of them.
What?
There's lots of them.
But I mean, The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. That's been on for how many years now?
Well, it's been a long time.
And how many of them have actually gotten married? A handful.
A lot of them got married, but
Trista's still married.
That's one.
Yeah, the Golden Bachelor, though, I think really struck home with a lot of people because obviously the people involved were, 55 and over. And
well, even with the regular Bachelor, you're at a certain age, you live in a certain place, you're going to uproot your life to move there. At the Golden Bachelor, you've been living where you are, you have kids, grandkids.
Right, and that's what they were saying, that they couldn't come to a compromise on where to live, and it was best if they
I think the factor that we're ignoring is these people are doing this on camera, being followed around. They're incredible narcissists.
Well, and
this isn't a legitimate way to meet someone in
they're
the
backed
world.
by a huge network that made a ton of money off of everybody watching their show. And then they threw a wedding on, which was just as big.
Yeah. And they're announcing their divorce. We'd like to keep this private, so we're going on national television.
And as Ace pointed out, they've been promoting it all week.
Big announcement.
Yeah, big announcement. What'd they think? She was pregnant at 72?
That's what I said.
Come on.
Now, that would have been a big announcement.
That would have been a big announcement.
He comes out on a Viagra T-shirt. I'm the man. Okay. All right. Well,
yeah. So good luck
to
them.
I'm trying to register how much I don't care.
We're
Okay.
going to have a Golden Bachelorette, so be on the lookout.
How does that work? I forget how these
things.
The
lady will then select a man.
Oh, so there'll be 10 older fellows that are...
More than like 10, more like 20.
20?
Oh, yeah.
I watch things that other people don't care for, so I don't, whatever.
How about doing variations of it with like the Chubby Bachelor? And you have 20 fat guys and some hot yoga pants wearing MILF.
I am a little surprised they haven't had like a Biggest Loser meets The Bachelor type thing.
They did one with nerds.
I want Bret Michaels again.
Chick.
That was fun.
The Bret Michaels one?
Yeah, that was funny. I like that a lot.
And then Flavor Flav had one, didn't he?
Yeah, the Flavor Flav.
Just embarrassing.
All of it is They had some comic relief to them, though.
Yeah. Wow.
And haven't they done one where they don't see each other?
Yeah, Ace watches all these things. What's that one called?
Love is Blind.
Love is
I assume.
I think that's it.
Let go my uggo.
I wish that one had lasted longer than it did.
Now, the 90-Day Fiancé, do they get married in 90 days? Or
They have 90 days to get married.
Oh.
I got an idea for one.
What?
The myth of syphilis. And then they have 20 guys, 2 of whom have serious
So it's
VD.
kind of a game show, too.
Yeah.
Like Russian roulette.
Yeah. I like it.
That's funny.
Oh, my goodness.
It's something they probably could do it. There'd be a little lawyering up front.
Yeah, boy.
Are any of the 90-Day Fiancé people still married?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Ace
Good
actually
for them.
knows.
I
I'm
hope
sorry.
they're in love.
Well, we're going to come back with the Bob and Tom players. I hope.
Okay, great.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, my goodness, adorable as always.
You're so kind, Josh.
At the news desk, and there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Josh.
Also adorable in the music room.
Thank you.
Jeff Oskay looking, oh my gosh, well now he's just trying to warm America's hearts with those puppy dog eyes.
It's a lot of hair.
At the orangeinsoles.com sports desk, there's Ace Cosby. Oh, handsome, my gosh, bedeviled me. There's me, Josh Arnold, at the Steven Singer sidekick desk. Let me tell you
with
a little
the
something.
as yet untrimmed beard that you promised you were trimming this week.
Yeah, this weekend. This week
you're going to come back with it trimmed properly?
I am. Yep. I'm excited too. I'm about over it.
Uh-huh.
So, but you know who's not over receiving gifts because she's a wonderful woman? Your mother. The 24-karat gold-dipped rose and red wine now available at IHateStevenSinger.com. The 24-karat gold roses are the number one gift for Mother's Day, exclusively and only available at IHateStevenSinger.com. Yeah, Tom, you're over there, of course. Too many things like drip into the beard. I'll brush my teeth, and then I have to just wipe my face. I'm like, good Lord.
So you're taking the whole thing off?
No, I'm just trimming it down to a respectable length.
And you're doing it yourself?
Yeah, I've got some great trimmers, yeah.
He's capable.
I'm just asking. Now, this says that clip-on plastic thing. That.
Yeah, and different lengths. Mm-hmm.
Have you decided what length you're going to go?
No, this one's brand new. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the one that I've had for a while. And then I have one that's even a nicer trimmer, like a more precision trimmer that was just gifted to me by one of our bosses, actually. And so I'm going to use that and decide which guard is the best.
Okay.
And you can tell me if I made the right choice or not.
Are you going to do one side with one trimmer and one side with the other trimmer, and we get to guess?
Oh. I could do that.
And then you could even it up. After.
I've got to say a special hello to our finest listener.
Who's that?
Bob Caldwell.
What's Mr. Caldwell up to?
Oh, he was just saying how much he enjoyed my Al Cooper hunk.
I don't believe this.
Earlier in the show. We had a little quiz. You guys all had a chance to win $5.
It was never a chance. It was impossible.
We should do that every day. Win Tom's money.
I like that.
I like this idea.
Like Ben Stein?
I used to love that show.
Yes, me too.
I love Ben Stein. We were discussing
when Kimmel still had a sense of humor.
The song "This Diamond Ring," a classic from Gary Lewis and the Playboys, because Pat had a nice little parody of it, and I offered $5 if any of you could say who wrote that. Of course, Al Cooper produced.
Oh, of course.
Produced Leonard Skinner's early albums. And
do you know the writers of all the famous songs?
No, just that one. Okay. And then he pointed out, as Pat did, that Al Cooper played the organ on Bob Dylan like a Rolling Stone. Mm-hmm. And he also recommends the album Super Session. The great Steve Stills and Michael Bloomfield on separate sides.
So this guy wrote in and just said everything you said.
Kiss your ass is what he did.
No, he just said, "Dear fellow genius."
And he probably lives in Michigan, right?
No, he lives in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks. Thank you very much, Bob. Now, we move forward here. We just had a news bulletin about, well, first of all, OJ still dead. That's good news. What was the other thing you had?
The Golden Bachelor. They've decided, Gary and Teresa, to divorce after 3 months of wedded bliss.
Oh, they gave it a shot.
I don't think they even lived together one day.
Oh boy, yeah, they really tried hard, didn't they?
Fourth month.
Do they at least give her hymen replacement surgery or something?
At 72?
Well, never too late.
Or 70 or
7-hour operation.
Probably got some extra boob flesh that's falling low.
I had some leftover calamari.
The Golden Bachelor. Well, we're going to have a Golden Bachelor tribute coming up in just a few minutes. I'm very excited.
Are?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. You're part of it, so be ready.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
There's sound effects and everything.
Whoa. We're going all out.
Well, it's going to be very complicated.
We spared no expense.
Odds are
it's going to be very complicated, which means A, it'll take up time. B, it'll fail miserably.
Well,
You sound like, yeah.
Very positive.
We know the show.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Here's one of the sound effects.
And we'll love doing it.
That's a great
Wow,
sound.
okay.
effect.
What was that?
I know what that is.
That's a sound effect from the forthcoming bit. But first, we return to the news
You
desk.
could use that on this story right here.
Okay, I'm ready.
News from our Canadian neighbors. Police in Ontario say a burglar left a large bowel movement in a victim's toilet. Officers responded to the scene where residents had returned home to find several windows smashed. Prescription medication, clothing, jewelry, and several other items were taken, and the suspect left behind what police describe as a large bowel movement in one of the toilets. Don't robbers know by now that that's a DNA calling
But at the same
card?
time, isn't this more common than we know?
It happens all the time.
Yeah, when I was burglarized in New York, and they left it on the living room rug.
What a fascinating thing.
I think that was more someone who knew you. Like, I love you, but that was personal.
I know that several things were stolen. So
Days after the robbery, police spotted a woman wearing some of the stolen clothing. Well, that's some good detective work. How'd they know? Took her into custody. The 22-year-old now faces charges of breaking and entering and possessing stolen
So this
property.
woman took the giant dump.
Yes,
Man.
apparently.
Well, that or her boyfriends robbed the place. You never know. But I mean, first of all, I'm disappointed that my Canadian friends aren't typically so considerate. Don't you think they'd flush?
Yeah, you would think so.
And would it be? I mean, it would technically be DNA, right? I mean, would
Yeah,
that?
that's what I'm
would
saying.
Would
It
you
would
have?
be a
Would the
calling
police have
card,
to
I
do
would
that?
think.
What do you think? Or is there a correlation among people who don't flush and people who would steal from you? Like, you're a dirt ball either way. If you use the restroom and you don't flush.
Or maybe the homeowner forgot to flush and is embarrassed and is blaming the burglar.
Oh, that's a good point.
So maybe it's a turd burglar. Wait a minute, that's a whole different.
Yes, that is a different
That creates a whole different scene. Well, sorry about that.
You ever go on a trip and? Well, I'll just put it this way: the last time where were we? Well, recently, West Virginia.
Yes.
So that Thursday morning, I got up, I peed, got in the shower, and then what I normally do is, as the shower's warming up, I pee so I don't flush.
Right, you flush when you get out.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Forgot and didn't realize it until we got back from West Virginia
On Saturday?
and I was like, my room kind of smells like urine, and then I realized, my gosh, I didn't flush before I left 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it was just the number one.
Yeah, it wasn't like a steeping turd.
Steeping.
Your cat standing as far away as possible. Hey, what the hell's wrong with you? Well, now, just checking in my news wire.
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening?
OJ still dead. Good news. Okay. What else you got?
A library in Colorado says a library book was returned more than 100 years after it was due. The library said that an unnamed woman had dropped off the novel earlier this year, saying her brother found it in their mother's belongings in Kansas. Librarians discovered that the book Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott was due back to the Fort Collins Public Library on February 13th, 1919. The 2 cents per day fine for the overdue book would have amounted to $760, about $14,000 if we adjust it for inflation.
Boy.
Man.
That person read Ivanhoe when it was a new release.
The Dewey Decimal System, cutting edge technology.
They were on the wait list for the book.
Wow. Who's this Ivan guy? He's quite the hoe, as our friends in the hip hop world say. I remember suffering through that as
I've never read
school.
it. I've never had to.
The book drop was the best thing to ever happen to people with late books.
Yeah, you can
just
anonymously
come by
throw 'em in.
after hours, drop that bad boy off.
I can put a kid in there.
Yeah.
They have amnesty days, don't they? Most libraries.
For babies?
Yes, for babies. You can go back to the hospital and go, no thanks.
Yeah, I did that with my 14-year-old. I want to have an amnesty day, right? She wouldn't fit in the baby box. I tried jamming her in there.
Here, just hold this rattle. Maybe they'll be fooled.
Let's go to the fire station now.
Scientists report early humans may have kept foxes as pets.
Really?
The revelation comes after a new study of a 1,500-year-old gravesite in Patagonia, where a person was buried with a canine companion. the animal was an extinct species of fox and that it ate the same food that this group of humans did.
So they think that the fox was literally, they'd feed it from the table, whatever.
And another report, researchers said graves in the Iberian Peninsula were found to include dozens of dogs and 4 foxes buried alongside people. They say this indicates the community was feeding the animals food scraps, thus they were probably pets. I'd love to have a pet fox. That'd be awesome.
I don't think you would. You can get rabies from a fox bite.
Well,
and you can get
yes,
Parkinson's from a Michael J. Fox bite. Did you know that?
You see, here's the apology that I'll make. He didn't have enough time to think it through. I hope. That just kind of came to you, right? Or did you write that down earlier?
I did not write that down.
Okay,
of course not.
Here's the thing, Christy.
Yes.
You said you'd like to have a fox as a pet.
Yeah.
You know what you'd have to get, don't you?
What?
A foxadoodle. Why they haven't had those yet?
Doesn't shed.
Something. There probably is a foxadoodle or a wolfadoodle. Oh, she looks really friendly, but because they've doodled everything else.
Yes, they have.
Do they have Chihuahua doodle yet?
Probably. You can doodle anything.
And they got Bernedoodle.
I got a Bernedoodle.
Sheepadoodle.
And a
golden doodle, labradoodle, mountain doodles,
Aussie doodle.
Yep, Aussie doodles.
It's like ratty, moppy dogs, huh?
Oh, they're great, except for when it rains for 2 days straight. Local weather, whatever.
You got a stay stinky doodle?
It's a muddy doodle.
That's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it cakes in there with their fur. They did a great
job. So it's been pouring rain where we are.
Yes.
For 3 days.
And you have...
one of the 3 is terrified of umbrellas.
So are they just going in the house?
No.
How'd you get the other 2 to hold them? That's a pretty good dog trick.
Yeah, they go away for a month to learn.
That'd be real. I wonder if someone's invented a harness that holds a dog umbrella.
Maybe. Oh, I bet they have a little thing you can put on their back with a little umbrella over it.
They're gonna roll over and. If anyone is aware, if there really is a foxadoodle or a wolfadoodle, for God's sake, send me a picture.
You're not going to breed a poodle with a fox.
No, jeez.
Come on.
Are you kidding? Someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
Can you crossbreed species?
I don't know.
I think foxes and foxes, or not foxes.
Coyotes.
Coyotes
and wolves maybe, but not a
No, coyotes
fox.
and dogs. What is that? It's called a koi or something when they do that?
They really do that?
They do that?
I mean, in nature?
Not on purpose, but if the local coyote gets horny.
Wow.
Okay. Coming up, a special treat. I promise nothing can go wrong. Maybe.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is the Bob and Tom Players.
All right.
Now, what have you got coming up, Christy?
Well, let's see. We have a bird that confuses police officers by mimicking siren sounds.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. We have a couple of entertainment updates. We have Jerry Cantrell's guitar. Apparently, if you remember yesterday, he said it was stolen out of his car. It was just misplaced.
Oh, okay.
How embarrassing.
It was what?
Misplaced.
It was in my trunk. I thought I put it in the backseat.
I just assumed it was taken.
Yeah, it was misplaced between studio and photo shoots, apparently.
Okay, well, good for him.
So, good for him.
Tonight, Willie G, Laugh Factory, Chicago.
All right.
We've got another couple shows coming up. Pat Godwin's going to be at The Strand in Shelbyville Friday, April 26th.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a cool show, Pat.
Good for you.
And we got a couple of other shows we'll be announcing very, very soon. Right now, I want to tell you about... I'm a big fan of those Raycon earbuds, and I'm a big fan of those Raycon over-the-ear headphones. Once again, they're great in our world when you're traveling. You pop in the headphones or the earbuds or the headphones, and everything gets quiet in the back seat while the kids are back there. And you might want them. Maybe you're walking the dog. You want to have a nice, peaceful time. How about 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life? That's what you get with Raycon earbuds. And by the way, they're designed to fit in any ear. They have special little gizmos that come with them. What are those called again, Christy? I can never remember the
ear tips. The gel ear tips.
That's it. Yeah. The optimized gel tips.
Yeah.
I really have to learn how to remember that. I know how they work, of course. I have my Raycon earbuds and I love them. They're about half the price of those other ones that keep falling out and landing in the parking lot only to be crushed by the next person walking by. No, get the Raycon earbuds. Find out what I'm talking about. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get a staggering 20% off today. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. And by the way, free shipping. So we've got a really great deal going on right now. 20% off and free shipping. Buyraycon.com/Tom. They sound better than, and they are cheaper than those other ones. You know what I'm talking about. Buyraycon.com/Tom. Thank you, Raycon earbuds. We're big fans. Coming up, the Bob and Tom Players. Nothing can go wrong. And remember, one of the sound effects is... Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're back. Even after a stern talking to. Good to see you all. The beginning of the weekend. Looks like we have something special coming up with the Bob and Tom Players. Tom.
That's right. Now, we've asked Jason from our staff to saddle up to one of the microphones and explain to everybody what's happening. You've just been handed several pages of stuff here. This is relevant to a current news story, not the OJ story. I just checked the AP wire. He's still dead, so good news from that front. Jason, what do we got here?
Well, as you all know, Tom likes to give us things to do that we don't ask to do.
Of course.
You know, and this is definitely one of Tom's favorite things. And he's like, hey, let's do this. And I don't care who does it. So he's going to hate whoever I gave the certain announcers to, but we're going to do this anyway.
All right.
So I'm announcer number 2.
You're announcer number 2.
Who's number 1?
Josh is going to be number 1.
Okay.
And there's other ladies that are involved. And the big thing is we have a bachelor.
Am I the bachelor?
And I can't imagine the last time you were a bachelor, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm. The ladies lock me down pretty quick.
Do you need me to do 3 lady voices?
No. You're going to do 1.
Who's doing the others?
We have people.
All right.
Never know.
Okay.
We could pipe in whatever.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm just going to sit and watch.
So I'm
Tom,
confused.
Here's the key, Tom.
I'm confused too because they're 2 different.
Whatever you're highlighted is what you're doing.
All right.
Okay.
I'm talking to you too, Ace, because you have a part at the end. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
But Tom, you have 3
sound effects.
Oh,
should I test them?
No, not
okay.
at all.
Are they in order?
Yes.
Okay.
But
All right.
I have your page circled properly.
Okay,
sure
I got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Announcer number 1, go.
We're ready? Okay.
I'm out of it now.
All right. After more than 20 years of fostering love.
Wait a second. Hang on a second. Pat, can you give us some...
I'm playing one of the parts.
Oh, you can't play the piano? Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, announcer number 1. Go ahead.
After more than 20 years of fostering love on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and The Bachelor in Paradise, ABC Television presents The Golden Bachelor, showcasing a whole new kind of love story, a love story for the golden years.
Meet Mr. Tommy Warner, the charming 72-year-old widower. He's our first Golden Bachelor, proving that love stories only get better with age.
By mid-season, Mr. Warner has already wham-bam thank-you-ma'amed half of the desperate, horny gilfs on the show.
All erections courtesy of Senor Roccardo's Little Blue Pills, the ED pills from south of the border, from the people who brought you Retread Trojans. And now we continue with The Golden Bachelor.
After a dozen episodes, Tommy's gone through the entire bunch of saucy, naughty, age-appropriate ladies. And now, Mr. Warner has picked his future bride.
So, for our season Golden Bachelor finale, it's wedding shower time.
It's the Golden Shower.
Oh, my Lord, he's in a pit. And the losing women are urinating all over him.
Take this rose and shove it up your ass, you Viagra chopping 2-timer.
It's not just any wedding shower, it's the Golden Shower.
Keep it coming, ladies. I love it. I'm a bad boy.
You're lucky I'm constipated, Tommy.
I can't hear you. All that pee shorted out my hearing aids.
I'm taking off my girdle and my adult diaper for this. Bombs away.
Hey, I'd pee on you Golden Girls, but my prostate is so enlarged it'd only be a dribble.
The Golden Shower, only on ABC television and streaming on NetPiss.
Nut piss. That's
I sure wish I hadn't been a part of that.
And the Golden Bachelor news, Christy Lee.
Yes, the Golden Bachelor, Gary, and his wife of 3 months, Teresa, have decided to amicably part ways. They found it too difficult to find a place to live where they could bring all the families together.
That's a shame. Their relationship seems so not manufactured.
Yeah, right?
And they wanted to have everyone's respect and please be left alone while we go on network television talking about it.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, this was on ABC's Good Morning America this morning, and they'd only been promoting it all week. So, yeah, it was a big ratings boost for ABC television. The Golden Bachelor was very successful.
And they're doing it again, you say?
They're going to do the Golden Bachelorette, yes, I believe.
So they're having auditions?
Would you like to be on the show?
Men of a certain age? No, thanks. I'm busy right now.
Somebody break my hip. Yeah, that's what you'll get, Golden Bachelorette.
We could put Chick on it. Chick could be the Golden Bachelor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, do these in these shows, do they make it clear that these people are, hooking up, if you will?
Yeah, well, what they do is they call it the overnight date, and they show them going into the room together. What? But they don't have like cameras in there or anything.
Yeah,
and then they show them the next morning, and they're all tired.
Really got me going.
My jaw doesn't work. For God's sake, I don't know who she thinks I am. 90 minutes. I tell you what.
These people are vibrant, healthy. They're having people have sex in their 70s. Come on.
Ew. They shouldn't be. Just
Really?
knock it off.
You don't think your parents are having sex anymore?
Oh, God, no. No, I don't think they are.
They are.
No. No, they aren't.
Okay. All right. I have an idea. Change the subject. Christy Lee, once again, at the Bob and Tom News Desk. We should probably feature a couple more of our tributes to OJ before we leave today. But
OJ's still dead.
Yeah, good news. Okay, what have you got over there?
Authorities in the UK say a local bird has caused some confusion because the bird mimics the sound of a police siren. Thames Valley Police said staff initially thought one of their vehicles had developed an issue after hearing the noise at a police base in Barchester. Video filmed at the site in Oxfordshire revealed a bird in a tree replicating the sound of the two-tone siren. So this is a wild bird.
Oh, and it's that weird British siren then.
Yeah.
The Doppler effect one.
Yep.
That's kind of, I mean, that makes sense.
That's great. Like, I think that'd be hilarious. There's some stoner sitting in his house, like, flushing all his weed. And it's just a bird out his window, just chirping away.
Yeah, I've got a friend who has a bird that can bark like the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So the dogs will leave the rooms, and the bird goes, woof, woof, and the dogs come running back in looking.
We had a cockatoo that would mimic our guinea pig. That's like, and they would talk back and forth to each other.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they'd both be like...
You still have that bird?
No, we gave it away. Those things last a long time.
Oh.
Those are long-living birds.
Don't you have a bird now, though?
I have 2 parakeets, one that I'm currently hand-feeding.
That's what I thought.
Per the vet.
What do they eat?
This one eats this dropper stuff that costs $25 a week.
Oh, jeez.
And so the bird was sick, according to my daughter, and she's like, "You got to take it to the vet." And I was like, "That's not how parakeets work." Like,
Can't you just go to the pet store and get a parakeet?
Exactly. And I took it to the vet, and even the vet was like, "What are you doing in here with a parakeet?"
You know, it's free to open the cage,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. And so you have to feed it by dropper twice a day. And I know what you're thinking. Does it want to be fed by dropper? No. You have to put on an oven mitt and corner the thing in the corner of the cage and pick it up and then feed it by hand.
And you got to be careful because they're getting all that bird poop on your iPad.
Oh, because no more papers?
No newspaper subscription.
Yes.
When I think of this bird in this news story, it's mimicking the police siren, which to me, all I could think of immediately was the Flintstones. Remember in the Flintstones, they'd have all the
the animals that would make different sounds, like the dishwasher. And,
it's a living.
I used to love it. And then the one bird with the beak that was the record player.
Right.
Yes. His nose was all kind of bent.
That was so funny.
But, and you think you have a bad job. He would just look at the camera.
So let's see. No, I promised we'd have some more OJ stuff. I'll see what I can find. Oh, here we go. This is a classic, very short component of the famous OJ Christmas album, which came out during the height of this thing when it finally got to be Christmas season.
I'm dreaming of a white jury.
Oh, yes. Those were the days.
Can we hear the Haywood one again? That's my favorite.
Okay, I'll dig it up. Give me just a second.
All right.
But first we go back to Christy
Did you know
Lee.
that OJ Simpson made all of his close friends, I don't know how many had left, sign an NDA before he died? He called them all into his hospital bed and a hospital room and said, hey, you have to sign this non-disclosure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's dead.
He's dead.
Can't
I know,
you
right?
disclose anything you want then? Like,
so why
he
would
can't sue you.
Haven't we recently learned NDAs mean nothing?
Yeah.
How? I'm sorry, this isn't funny. How are NDAs even allowed? Like, they shouldn't be a thing. Like,
Well,
you
money
mess up,
yeah.
the world gets to find out. Like, you can't
See,
buy
I'm the
someone
opposite.
off.
I think they should totally count, and that anybody.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. If someone's paid $150,000 to not discuss something,
Yeah.
Don't discuss.
As far as I'm
Discuss it.
concerned, it's
you made a deal,
right. We paid you.
A deal's a deal.
And if you talk, we kill you.
Right, but that's some gangsta stuff.
I know. I
not-
like that. I want the world to work that way.
All right.
There's not enough. You broke the rules. You're dead.
Yeah, but basically they broke the rules, and here I paid enough that no one gets to find out I broke the rules.
I think that's
But
great.
in OJ's case, what could be worse?
Right.
Than he obviously killed 2 people.
What
he
is?
killed 4 people.
What are they
You
not-
don't know what he's doing in his free time.
Yeah. What did he not disclose?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they've got tapes of the 911 calls when he beat her before he killed her.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Pictures in his safe of that stuff. He was not a good person.
No.
Here we go. This is the Haywood song.
Oh, blood on the socks, blood on the shoes, blood on the gloves, blood on the Bronco, blood on the vestibule, blood in the bedroom, blood in the bathroom. Totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence. It's totally a coincidence, and OJ didn't do it.
There you go.
I love it.
That was very nice.
Thank you, Haywood.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Now we have to wait and see what the courts find, because if whatever money he has left will probably go to the Simpson to the Nicole Brown
I
and
wouldn't
Goldman
count on
family.
there being a lot left.
I can't imagine there's a lot left either.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Movie residuals and stuff like that. Movie stuff.
Who knows?
I know
Does
he
that end? It ends
he had
when
an
you
NFL
die,
pension
right?
that was substantial, but for some reasons I don't understand, was untouchable.
Yeah, that didn't make. Who knows?
It didn't make.
That's
sense.
lawyers for you.
Yeah, and who knows? Yeah, and then coincidentally, they are doing a new version of Naked Gun.
Oh yeah,
with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's going to be set for 2025.
He, of course, was Nordberg, and funny.
Yeah, very
OJ
funny.
was,
Yeah.
but we talked about this morning.
Oh.
We don't think they'll recast his part.
OJ was a charming man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was charismatic, and yeah, everybody loved him.
Well, not everybody.
No, they did until this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching Manhunt?
I am. That's about the John Wilkes Booth.
No,
Yes.
I would maybe if you guys wouldn't.
Okay, well,
other than
if you like history and if you like things of like that ilk,
the guy playing Stanton is brilliant.
he's wonderful.
This is why you guys have really ruined a lot of entertainment for me.
Why?
Because you come in here and you talk about it all the time. Just shut up. Watch something and shut up.
All right, you fill the next 3 minutes.
No.
Go ahead,
And
Josh.
now,
soapbox.
Yes.
why are you asking me about Manhunt?
Because Michael Douglas is going to be is streaming on Apple TV as well, a new show called Franklin, about Benjamin Franklin going to...
He's playing Benjamin Franklin?
He is playing Benjamin Franklin.
What about the hair? He's got glorious locks.
Well, they've got him in a wig and his hair and...
Really?
Yeah, and it's the French when he's in France trying to get the French to help us with the Revolutionary
Ben Franklin
War.
was notoriously horny.
Yeah, and so was Michael Douglas. So.
I was going to say.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin, a notorious wild man. Yeah, absolutely.
He loved the French
France,
women.
yeah.
Yes.
And anything else that
He made love to that kite.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, this series tells the true story about how Franklin went to France to convince them to side with the Americans during the Revolutionary War, and it's streaming on Apple TV Plus.
I think it's disgusting that Michael Douglas is playing him, taking a job away from a truly talented, skulleted actor out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, of all the exactly
many bald men out
Yes.
there.
There's so many great bald guys out there, and he's got the most glorious hair of anybody.
Just a
Paul
shame.
Rudd did that too, didn't
I
he?
love Michael Douglas, man.
I
That
do
guy's
too.
a terrific actor.
I love that show he did
Kaminsky
with
Method.
Alan
Yeah.
Arkin. That was great.
Oh yeah, another one you guys ruined.
Did you ever watch it?
I did watch until you guys started watching it, then I stopped.
Oh, come on.
I'm turning into Chick. if I like anything,
Haven't you noticed when Chick's not here, I kind of turn into him?
Yes, I have. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much. The Apple TV is where you find Manhunt. It's
Yeah, and
Other
we're
than
all caught up. The new one dropped. It's funny because they say the new one coming out April 12th. I watched it last night. It must.
Oh,
it
you have the
came-
sneak preview.
Oh, it came out early, I guess. I don't know. So I have one more left, and I'm April 19th. It wraps up.
Spoiler alert: Lincoln gets shot.
we get shot
Oh,
in
he
the
gets
first
shot in
one.
the first episode.
Oh, thanks for ruining it.
Does he live?
There wouldn't be a manhunt if he didn't get shot.
It's called Manhunt.
Oh, I thought it was about John Wilkes Booth hunting for a man to shoot.
and then that new Michael Douglas thing is called Woman Hunt in Paris.
I'm glad they went that way.
Yeah, it could have been. Yes, it could have been much worse. It could have been a Bruce Jenner starring.
He's playing Liberace again.
Never mind.
Oh, that's amazing.
That would have been totally different and unacceptable. I'm so sorry. All right, now I want to help you, everybody. That's right. Tom here, and I'm gonna save you, fellas. Pay attention right now, and ladies. I'm talking about Mother's Day. Lots of great moms out there. You got to get something for them. How about getting something from Steven Singer, our buddy Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers? You'll find him at IHateStevenSinger.com. Of course, there's a new rose. It's not just any rose. It's a rose dipped in 24-karat gold. And then it's painted a beautiful color. The new color this time is red wine. So the presentation, it just writes itself. Nice glass of red wine and that beautiful box from Steven Singer Jewelers. Open it up inside the beautiful red rose, 24-karat gold, starting at just $69.95. And by the way, there's a whole array of these in a variety of colors from Steven Singer Jewelers. While you're there, you might want to say, Christy keeps talking about that great bracelet she got.
At last, it's a beautiful bracelet.
Yeah, and
gorgeous.
a great value, too. Find out the details at IHateStevenSinger.com. And, of course, did I mention free shipping? Probably not. I should have. How about a free personalized gift message for you? Check. And a free lifetime guarantee. Also, when it comes to the jewelry, of course, you can always upgrade with Steven Singer. You got those nice earrings? Maybe those diamond earrings would be a little nicer if they were a little bigger, Mom. Okay. Well, Steven Singer can help you out there, too. It's another Steven Singer exclusive, of course. I'm talking about those gold-dipped roses. 24-karat gold-dipped rose. It's the red wine this season. You can get this out of the way and be all set for Mother's Day. For all those moms in your life, IHateStevenSinger.com. We get love letters from people who act on this. IHateStevenSinger.com. Say hello to his dog, Buddy, for me. We're coming right back with some history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
Welcome back. Tom just threatened with me with a firing.
Yeah.
He does that usually twice a week or so. And you know what? He's not wrong. If I worked for me, I'd want to fire me too.
Oh, that's interesting.
No.
Thank you very much. We expect to see you with significantly less facial hair on Monday.
Yeah, I'm going to trim things up. This was my winter's beard.
But you're trimming. You're not going to turn it into like a Fu Manchu or big sideburns or anything. Just going to be trimmed back.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in the course of the last year, for those that can't see you, you have a very thick, heavy beard, but you have a swath of white.
Yeah.
And it literally looks like you had mayonnaise dripping down. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean here. It just from the sides of your lips. It goes straight down in a swath of white.
I'm totally happy
Like
with
a skunk stripe.
Yeah, I do not mind it at all.
But it doesn't go
Very
upward.
good.
It's not in your mustache. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, there's some scattered gray, but nothing like.
Do your brothers have the same thing?
Yeah, we were all prematurely gray on in our hair and beards and stuff. Yeah. My brother Jeff, I think now is all gray on his beard.
Are you going to miss playing with it like that all the time?
I will. In fact, I'll go to do it. That's what happens every time I trim.
Ghost beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to do it and feel nothing. And my face will be colder. That's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Pat, do you trim yours, or is that as much as it'll grow?
Oh, no, I do this like every 2 days. I do a little razor up. Like
okay.
Whatever.
Well-groomed, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Stubble.
after shaving, you'll notice the sunshine even more.
Yeah.
Like your face will, it's hot because it's been
yes.
hidden for.
And you have the ultimate. I mean, you're a week away from playing that guy in Harry Potter. That
perfect.
What's that guy's name?
Hagrid?
The guy,
Yeah,
Hagrid. I mean, you're like a week away from Hagrid at any given moment.
It's weird when you first shave it off. Like
Yeah.
you feel a breeze way more.
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
just
it is
little
weird.
things. You're like,
All of a sudden, women are talking to you. And
No,
you realize
that's
the
still fine.
vagina repellent is gone.
It makes sense why we grow them in a
Colder society.
Exactly, yeah.
Climate.
Ace and I aren't saying anything because neither of us can grow a decent beard.
Well, and your lady loves your beard, right?
No.
She doesn't want you to shave it
no,
off.
she was very mad when I shaved it off last time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you shaved into a porno mustache.
The old.
That was very funny.
Well, yeah, that didn't help. But no, even when I shaved it all the way off, she does not care.
Missed the old thigh.
A real quick tip here for you this weekend. If you're in Burlington, Iowa, Duke Tomato Trio at the Washington in Burlington, Iowa tonight, and Memorial Hall in Atchison, Kansas tomorrow night. Willie G at the Laugh Factory in Chicago tonight, and he'll be joining us for some cool shows on the way. But right now, technically, it's time for this. What day is today?
Today is April 12th.
Okay, let's go. Here we go.
You're skipping a month?
Well, this is serious. Let's skip that one.
Okay.
Here, this is good. This is handy. Let's see.
Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to see who won't get this. Maybe Oskay. 1954, the song "Rock Around the Clock."
Okay.
Recorded by what band?
The Happy Days gang.
No. Is it Bill Haley and the Comets?
Bill Haley and the Comets.
Nice.
Yeah.
How I knew that.
The first time I ever heard that song, though, was from Happy Days.
Sure, of course.
I love that song. I wanted to rock around the clock.
Yeah.
Monday.
Oh, man, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you see, Bill Haley doesn't look all that rock and roll.
No.
Pretty clean cut.
He looks like an accountant as
Yeah.
opposed to he doesn't look like he should be in Guns N' Roses. Those were different days. But let's see now. This is a good one. This is also a quiz. Let's see who'll get this. Jason will get this through the glass. Jason, you paying attention? Okay, can you put is that microphone in there work?
It's on, Tom.
Okay.
1961.
This Russian cosmonaut became the first person in space.
Yuri Gagarin?
Very close.
Gagarin?
Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin opened for Jim Gaffigan. Yeah, Yuri Gagarin.
Yuri Gagarin.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Sonny Bono won what office, Josh Arnold, in 1988?
Congressman.
No.
Senator?
Mayor of Palm Springs in 88. And then he would move on to the Congress, right?
Oh, okay.
He did not take any money, by the way, when he was in office.
Oh, he didn't?
did everything pro bono.
Wasn't that nice of him? And he would share.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Those are both excellent jokes.
If you say so.
In Bizarro World. He was very anti-tree, ironically.
Well,
yeah, after it killed him. Go ahead.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cool one. Happy birthday, 1928, Brooklyn Supreme. Now, that sounds like a shake or something.
A pizza.
Yeah, or a pizza, yeah.
Ooh.
It's, they think, maybe the largest horse ever.
Have you ever seen pictures of it?
No.
6'6", 3,200 pounds.
It's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the pictures. It looks like a total mistake.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. I wonder if there has to be a pizza in Brooklyn called the Brooklyn Supreme.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, then this is the last one. This is for you, Ace. Happy birthday, 1932, Herbert Corey. Anyone? Ukulele? No, ukulele.
Oh, Tiny Tim?
Tiny Tim. Thank you very much, Pat Godwin.
All right.
And now time to review what we learned on today's show.
Things we learned brought to you by Hyundai, sponsored by the all-new Hyundai 2. I was going to say the 2024, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Oh, that's nice.
Equipped for adventure with capable features like available HTR, AC, all-wheel drive, and standard third-row seating. I'm just struck by the phrase equipped for adventure. Tom, I consider you equipped for adventure.
Well, thank you very much. Hyundai, they're great cars.
They are. I have one. I love my Hyundai.
What did we learn? OJ Simpson dead. See ya, pal.
Hope I don't see him, actually.
We know a guy who's really good at drawing boobs.
Yeah, we do.
He can draw any famous boobs. And for $5, he was fired from a theme park for doing that. We also learned that if you get bit by a fox, you can get rabies. And if I won't finish it. All right.
Thank you very much. Good job. We appreciate it. Please come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us. It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go.
I love the excursions with me and Welling. It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.